I don't have to go anywhere tonight. I don't have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the jewel of West Virginia. It's way better than Morgantown. We're in Charleston.
It has Butch Hiles.
Yeah, Butch Hiles is here.
That alone makes it better than Morgantown.
Is in town. He's here. His bald head's roaming around.
Mike Shepard's here.
This is New Line Cagefighting 42. I'm back. I'm Elijah Thacker. Return to my rightful place here on the mic, alongside Colin Caprini, the outside dog, and the queen of the sting, Becca Robinson. We have an excellent card coming up for you guys. Headlining tonight, J.R. Cochran, Marmette's own, right here in our neck of the woods, up against Andre Miller. So, guys, what do you think about this one?
I'm very excited about several of the matchups on this card. This is a good one. There's, I'm going to jump right into what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Thomas Kinchin and Stephen Carney.
Yeah.
Is a good fight.
Yes.
Chase Morgan and Pway.
Yes, that one.
Radically different styles and just different approaches to fight. Not that one is better than the other, but just different approaches to how they compose themselves in the cage. That's going to be.
I think Morgan and Pway is one of my favorite fights tonight. It's
I'm
just
most
such a good
nervous
clash.
for that one. I like both guys so much. I like their styles, so it's just weird for me to watch them go head to head.
I think they both have so much potential in the future as well.
Yeah.
They could both go places in this sport, so it's one of those things where one of them's got to fall tonight, and it's going to be weird.
It's going to be so, because, I mean, you got to think hand game's going to be in Pway's advantage, but how's his wrestling?
Right.
Going against a wrestler.
Yeah, that's the thing is I think we have I think if they were to box, I think Pway would win. I think if they were to grapple, I think Chase would win for sure. So we're gonna mix the martial arts and find out. Ladies and gentlemen.
Do you think we're going to see Morgan going for that takedown right away, or do you think he's going to try to strike with Pway a little bit?
I think he's going to try to strike with him, and it'll be interesting to see because he has kind of an unorthodox striking style. And he might be able to surprise Pway with pressure. It'll be interesting to see how the dynamics of that fight play out.
Yeah.
Because I think Morgan is going to try to stand with him, and his confidence will either grow there and he'll stay there, or he'll start to be on the losing end of exchange and start to go where he's comfortable. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing, that when you're such a good wrestler, collegiate level wrestler like Morgan is, you've always got that in your back pocket.
And he's a dog.
He's growing, too. He's becoming a more competent striker each time we see him. So, very interesting fight. But the same can be said for Pway.
Yeah.
Pway is at such a great camp. He's here, hometown guy at Butch Hiles Gym, and there's a lot of great grapplers there as well. So I'm sure he's been putting in the work knowing he's fighting a wrestler.
I would say Butch's gym is in the top 3 jiu-jitsu gyms in the state for sure. Definitely if you go over time, because Butch has been here longer than I think it's the longest running gym in West Virginia.
Butch Hiles is so old.
Yeah, he still looks like he's younger and more handsome than both of us.
It's honestly sad. He's putting us to shame. I miss him.
We brought Becca in because Butch always just made us look bad.
I'm sad.
It's okay for a woman to be more attractive than us.
Yeah, okay, that's
but Butch is not allowed. It's not fair. He looks like a G.I. Joe.
We might see Butch Hiles here, but I noticed he's in Houston, so I was a little bummed out. But Butch Hiles, shout out to you, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Got a few people on the card, it looks like, especially, Pway. Pway, I think, is one of the biggest up-and-comers from his gym right now, and he's got such a good attitude.
Lucas Schaefer as well, who we've seen box a couple times, and now we're going to get to see him in MMA. I'm excited for that.
Schaefer's got a win over, Patterson, who's on the card as well. We saw him beat Patterson, I believe, in Logan County.
She looks like she's about to give us bad news. I haven't seen him in the building.
We lost that fight.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes we have some shakeups.
That's a look of I know what happened and I'm not going to say it. I'm going to ask you after the card.
Spill the tea.
Yeah, intermission.
Spill the tea on air.
Let's just say we only had half of our needed to when it was time to go.
Fair enough.
I'll call him out. If I knew what happened, folks, I'd tell you. That's the kind of broadcaster.
This is why they don't tell Elijah what happened, because he will tell you what happened. We got Eric Mann making his pro debut.
Yep.
That's a big thing, man. He's been dreaming of that for years and years.
Yeah.
But Eric's coming off 3 losses in a row. That's the first time he's ever lost 3 fights in a row. He's at a huge, I think, turning point in his career, whether he wants to, move forward or not. I think he's definitely fulfilling a dream tonight.
Oh, 100%. And I feel like that in itself can be a celebration to your amateur career. It's kind of hard to hit amateur and then just, oh, okay, I'm done. Like, hey, what's one more? What's a pro fight? What's getting that card and having that legacy.
Keith tells me that speech about once every 3 months.
Does he? Despite
the streak, though, despite the fact that he's coming off 3 losses, I really do think this is his fight to win.
Oh,
I think he's still been getting better. I don't think he had his best performances in those fights.
And especially looking at the last performance of his opponent, I think he has a very strong chance to be able to walk through this guy. But I'm excited to see him do the longer rounds, doing the 4 rounds, actually getting to open up and work. It's a different pace, pros to amateur. So I think it's also going to benefit in his favor, pulling from the more experience. Being able to sit back and kind of set up a game plan. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing that fight.
We've got a few title fights tonight, but we had one title fight that wasn't able to happen. That's something that's weighed heavy on, I think, a lot of people's minds.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Brody Fulks. Brody Fulks had a terrible accident in sparring, and he's not doing so well. So I think all of us are thinking about Brody tonight, and a lot of those guys from Category 5 as well. I couldn't imagine what that's like, having a teammate go through, brain bleed, being in the hospital still, not knowing what's going to happen.
And such an uncommon scenario. I mean, like I was talking with Daniel from your gym earlier, and they said it was an acute. Usually when you hear something like that, it's somebody had an injury months ago, and then they've been ignoring it and going and sparring anyway when they really probably shouldn't. But it sounds like it was just an acute, something happened that day out of the ordinary.
Yep. But he's still with us. He's still fighting.
And he seems to be showing signs of improvement too. So.
Yes, and little things here and there, and it's very
Welcome to New Line Cagefighting 42, our first time in Charleston, West Virginia.
And
this
fight
is being sanctioned by the West Virginia State Athletic Commission. Commissioner Leon Ramsey, the Chief Commissioner. The Chief Deputy Commissioner, Eric Davis, is at ringside tonight, overseeing this event. Referees tonight, Matt Jones and Sean Spath. Your judges tonight, Nathan Jones, Kelsey Bennett, Ashley Starcher. Your timekeepers tonight, Jessica Davis. Scorekeeper, Stephen Drennan. Your inspectors tonight, James Wiseman, Corey Starcher, Chris McKinney, and Nick Lawrence. He's back from Myrtle Beach, everybody. Netflix star. All right. And the West Virginia State Athletic Commission wants to announce that for the safety of all fighters, there is no using flash photography or shining the lights from a cell phone. This is for the safety of the fighters. All right, if everybody would please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Do not. Whoops. All right, our first fight scheduled tonight was going to be Logan Spelog versus Stephen Thompson. That fight is not going to take place. Spelog was ready to go. Unfortunately, the opponent was not. So we're moving on to bout number 2. DJ, let's bring out the fighters. Matthew F. and Jones.
And one more unfortunate note, ladies and gentlemen, we did lose New Line fighter Adam Moore, who was one of my favorite fighters at New Line, watching the progression of his career and how the improvement in heart that he showed in his last several performances. That one was a hard one for me. I like Adam a lot as a human being and as a fighter. And
it was such a shock to see him go. Same thing with Jacob Ray. We've had a rough couple months, you know, with losing some New Line guys, former champion Jacob Ray, Adam Moore. And now Brody, you know, fighting for his life right now. So, you know, heart goes out to them and their families. But we're about to get started. And, you know, we've had a couple shakeups. It looks like we've got Tanner Burnett versus Lucas Schaefer starting the show.
I believe we got Serge Kushman making his way into the cage now for a middleweight boxing contest.
I apologize. I thought that one was canceled as well.
No, I was going to say, I saw both of those gentlemen in the back. I thought that one was still on.
And we've got Kushman walking into here with an 0-1 boxing record. He's just stepped into the cage. And now we will see John Brumley make his debut. What do you think it's like making a debut against a guy who's, you know, already got a fight under his belt?
Well, I mean, I know that was the case for me. I think maybe your debut was against another debutant when you fought Pecora, but it definitely weighs heavy on you. I mean, you know that guy's got experience. He knows what the feeling is. There's a part of your mind when you're coming in with somebody with a losing record that maybe you get a little bit of confidence from that. But I think a lot of the times just knowing that guy has made the walk before weighs on your mind a little bit.
And you can see in the corner there of Kushman, he's very confident. He looks very at ease, ready to go. And I think, you know, that's where that experience comes into play. Because your first fight, you're going to be a nervous wreck. I don't care how tough you are. I don't care. Like, unless you're crazy, you're going to be a little bit nervous.
To be honest, I think most of us are a little bit crazy to get in there in the first place. But, yeah, depends on what kind of crazy.
The level, right? Yeah.
Very confident looking John Brumley, though, to be making his debut.
We see a big height differential here. It favors Kushman.
Yeah, very.
All right,
range.
Gentlemen, this is bout number 2 on the fight card. This boxing match is brought to you by All Tech Environmental and Construction Services. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Fighting first, out of the blue corner, he's a boxer holding an amateur record, 0 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6'2", fighting out of Wellston, Ohio, presenting Serge Kushman. And fighting out of the red corner, he's a boxer making his amateur debut. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighs 160 pounds, fighting out of Butch Howell's Jiu-Jitsu.
And we're only about 5 minutes from Butch's gym, so I would expect that all the guys from his gym are going to get a pretty good pop tonight.
Oh,
we saw that with Brumley.
Crosslands, West Virginia native, right here in the Charleston area.
And we're off.
And so far, Brumley doing a good job getting inside quickly, negating that range advantage.
Little spazzy, but as to be expected for a debut.
Kushman needs to get behind a jab, start using that range.
Kushman did do a good job pushing him out of that clinch.
Yeah, he wants to stay long. He's kind of stepping in with those shots. Ooh.
That was a nice check left hook, though, Lyons for Kushman.
Kushman taking a lot of angles, switching stances with that left hand, setting it up from a southpaw stance and then switching into orthodox as he throws it, taking an angle over to the side, lands a nice left hook.
He definitely likes that lead left hook.
Yeah, he's doing a good job at staying on the back foot, never planting for too long, so it kind of makes it hard to tell when he's going to come in.
And you would see certain guys that they didn't like to throw that jab. Like Roy Jones, he would throw that hook more than he would throw the jab.
Left hook more. Kushman kind of confusing him a bit with the footwork or trying
to.
Yeah. Good body work here
but
from
yeah,
Brumley.
He's bringing the punches.
It was a nice right hand there.
That tight right was beautiful.
Yep, nice short right hand from Serge Kushman. Kushman's doing a good job holding his own in the clinch. That's something you have to do as a taller guy. You have to make the clinch not be where you get exhausted and tied up. He's doing a good job of.
Oh, nice jab cross. That was solid.
Yeah. Got caught when he was going to the body there.
Oh, nice right hand. I would like to see both of the hands maybe coming back a little higher. It's a little early in the first round to have low hands, but
Brumley
good
landed
work.
Nice couple shots there, but then got caught himself.
Brumley's doing a good job of not getting stuck on the outside.
Brumley's fighting a gritty fight so far. You know, he's fighting a much longer guy, so that's going to be tough work right out of the gate, but he's doing well.
The head movement, pretty good. I like to see that from our red corner. 10 seconds left. Bringing some more volume from red. Counters by blue.
Nice. Couple nice jabs there from blue.
Nice composure at the end.
That's a tough round to score. I think I would lean slightly towards Kushman for those 2 crisp right hands, but he ate a couple shots of his himself, so that's a tough round.
I think it's a very tough round. I'm leaning towards, I feel like red might have had slightly more volume, but they weren't necessarily well-landed shots, like clean shots. So I don't know. Toss up for me. Could be
either. It was definitely a close round. I feel like Kushman maybe had the edge just because he landed some really clean shots. But Brumley made it a scrap.
Yeah.
And Brumley calmed down a little bit around the middle of the round, and really the second half of the round he did very good work. So
once we start getting into deep water, we'll see who's got the best conditioning and grit. And this might be a different fight deeper into this, into the second and third round.
And that'll be interesting to see how that develops because we saw a lot of body work from Brumley, especially in those clinch scenarios. It'll be interesting to see. Kushman doesn't look like he's fatiguing yet, but that's obviously what Brumley's trying.
He was more careful picking his shots, though.
It's pretty rare to see a debut guy working the body as much as Brumley has.
I mean,
it's impressive.
He went straight for it.
Well, he's fighting a taller man. That's what you need to be doing.
And he is right to the body. But he's got to sit on it a little bit more. When he's into that body, sit down there. There's a couple good
nice
ones.
Work from Brumley.
Gotta watch that chin.
Something fell out and landed on the mat. I don't know if that's a contact or it's not a mouthpiece.
That straight right is money from Kushman, though. He keeps catching him with it.
Yeah.
That tight, quick, straight right.
He's bringing it in right over the shoulder.
And it's hard because when he's throwing the jab, our red corner, he's bringing it down, just down to the hip. So that's why it's so easy for him to hit him with the right hand.
Yeah, I think because Brumley's working the body so much, he's definitely carrying that left hand a little bit low.
Oh, that was a nice right hand, but right into the guard by Kushman.
And that's been his best punch of the fight.
Kushman taking some breaths. That footwork, I think, maybe is.
Oh, that's nice little cheeky shot.
Yeah.
I mean, he's working the Philly shell. He's countering successfully.
And he's using it pretty effectively on the inside.
He's breathing super heavy, though. Kushman's getting tired, folks.
I'll tell you what, all the movement, all the extra movement.
That's a nice right hand landed by Kushman, though.
All the extra bouncing around is going to take your energy. It does. Uh-oh. High poke, low blow, I don't know. But we're still going.
Very deep breaths from Kushman here.
Oh, nice solid jab. That one snapped the chin.
Yep, and he went upstairs with it, too. After he'd been starting so many combinations to the body, he's starting to drift upstairs now.
This is a great way for him to finish the round.
I like Brumley's forward pressure style. He's coming in with a good shell. The nose is bloody.
Nice dodge.
He looks more traditional than Kushman, technically. Just having trouble with the physical style of Kushman.
Another solid jab coming from Kushman.
I think both these young men have great potential, though. As young as they are in the sport, they both look technical.
There you go. Nice combination, a little cross lead hook.
Yeah, Brumley answered back with a right hook to the body and then landed a right hand upstairs. Yeah.
I'm going to give that one to blue corner.
Yeah, I think that was another tight round. I wouldn't be shocked to see it go either direction, but I think I would lean slightly blue corner. But he is fatigued much more than Brumley is.
Brumley's going to have to dig very deep here. He needs a knockdown or a finish. If that's the case, if he's down 2 rounds, which they were close, both rounds very close.
And I think he saw that Kushman was starting to slow up a little bit, so I think he's going to bring pressure and violence.
You should be very confident right now. Seeing a guy breathing that hard, if you're on the other side of the cage, how do you feel?
I mean, I feel great.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I just need to turn up the intensity.
Yeah.
Colin had to think about it.
Well, because
it's been so long since he's been in there, I don't remember.
Well, I'll be honest. It took my brain a second to process that you asked a question. Because
Oh,
I was
no,
paying
not
attention.
already.
Yeah.
We just started.
I need more nicotine and caffeine.
Wait,
But,
your mother's going to be so disappointed in you.
no, it'll be interesting to see how much Kushman was able to get back in between rounds because he looked tired at the end of the first round, but he looked fresh as a daisy at the beginning of the second. So
Yeah.
But this time he seems to be wearing it still a little bit.
Oh, solid.
Oh, that was a nice 1-2 from Kushman.
Nice. I like how he took that angle. Got a wide open shot.
He came out and said, I'm not that tired.
Oh, and then we saw that kind of overhook wrench. And
Something's going on with Cushman's left arm.
Well, there was an overhook, that kind of John Jones
nice
Glover
upper.
Teixeira style shoulder crank a little bit in the clinch there.
Man, Brumley's just still firing back no matter what. And
Nasty
I
right
love
hand
that,
from
man.
Kushman lands, though.
Oh, good little body pop there.
Ooh.
That
Whiffs
was
with a big
cheeky.
overhand right, does Brumley. Trying to make something happen here in this third round. And he whiffs
he wants
again.
that overhand.
He's just getting too wild now.
He's just going to have to set it up. Maybe double up a couple jabs to close that space, then bring a big overhand.
the
or
Roy
bring right to
Nelson
the body.
Classic.
Yes.
Oh, that was another nice straight punch. These beginnings of the combinations, Cushman's really doing well.
I'm very impressed with how deep Cushman's digging, as tired as he is.
I would like to see right about now, Kushman, just take a step back. You don't have to smother those mid-range shots. You're taller. Take a step back when you're in that mid-range. You're going to get a little more pop and a little more power off those shots.
Not only that, with the way Brumley's moving forward, he's going to walk into it.
Yeah. Just if anything, don't move. Just stand where you're at and let him fall
if he
into
would
it.
step back and then throw that right
Oh, he could
hand.
have a finish. Yeah. That's okay, though.
Kushman's
Things
doing
that
a
you
good
learn
job
along the way.
Kushman's doing a good job though of throwing some real heat inside.
Yes.
Like he's got his respect,
Consistently.
even though he's tired. He's still got saying, "Hey, I've got power. You can't just open up."
Good little body shots. Nice combination. We got a rear hook followed by a cross real quick. Catching him while he's locking.
And this is great work from Kushman deep into this fight.
Yeah.
And I think he might be looking at his first victory.
Yep. I mean, we've got 3 seconds to
And that's it, folks.
And I'll be honest, I think that was the biggest round for Kushman.
I think that was the deciding round for me because I'm not gonna lie, I went ahead and gave red corner the benefit of doubt and had it just like a 10-9 to 9-10 going in, so 1-1. But I think blue corner sealed the deal with that last round.
I think you very well could be right as well. I think it could have been 1-1 going into that.
Yeah, I
third.
mean,
the first and second rounds
possibly.
were very close, so
Yeah.
I still wouldn't be shocked at all to see red come up 29-28.
Yeah.
Depending on the commission,
I
you never
wouldn't
know.
be shocked with any score ever.
I mean,
at
this point, yeah, no.
I guess I shouldn't say shocked. I should say disappointed
Okay.
by certain scores
Yeah.
that we might see. But
That's also a good point.
And we are at the beautiful Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. We made it to the big time. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Joel Baker Law Firm, of course, and, of course, Alltech Environment Construction Services. And then, of course, you've got our corner sponsors. You've got old Serge Kushman in the blue corner. Might be walking away with the victory. Our blue corner sponsor, he's in the Momentum Pipeline blue corner. You see that beautiful, beautiful corner pad with Momentum Pipeline. That's beautiful work. That's marketing, folks. And now in the red corner, we've, of course, got the Dutch Miller Auto Group.
longtime sponsors of NLC.
Longtime sponsors of a lot of combat sports.
Especially in this area.
That's a huge thing. You know, these businesses that go out of their way to support these fighters, these promotions, they're okay in my book.
Yes. I mean, I'd go out of my way to try to buy things from sponsors that sponsor fighters.
You should go out of your way to buy things for me from our sponsors. That's what I
Buy
would
you
do.
gifts.
Has to be tested.
Go to
and-
Dutch
and-
Miller, try to
Yeah,
buy me a car.
I was going to say, this next coming Christmas.
Oh, gosh.
Put a bow on it, please, like they do in commercials.
Hey, but you know that's got to feel good coming out here. Maybe the best performance he's had.
Yeah,
so
I think
far.
that's the best performance we've seen from Kushman.
From
And a
Kushman.
great performance from Brumley as well, though. I mean, that was a spectacular
Great
for a debut. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are no easy debut fights in NLC.
No.
I think we could see big things from both these guys.
Ladies
I really
and
do.
gentlemen, after 3 rounds, our judges have come to a decision. Judge 1 has it, 29-28, red corner. Judge 2 has it 30-27, blue corner. And Judge 3 has it 29-28 for your winner by split decision, red corner, John Brumley!
And you see the look on Brumley's face. He was almost shocked himself. Yeah. But he fought a great fight, very tough fight.
Yeah.
You know, the third round was pretty clearly for his opponent, but the first
Dude, congratulations on your win, man. How do you feel?
Honestly, just very blessed for all of you to come out here tonight. I've got my family here. I've got my team. I want to thank God. I want to thank everybody that came out tonight. And I'll be completely honest. I was terrified in here. I was terrified the months leading up to this, but I still came up, and I'm honored that Serge agreed to this fight. He's a fantastic fighter, and even though you're scared, you keep showing up, and that's why they call you Rooster, not Chicken.
What's next for you, man?
I have no idea. Probably pizza and a nap.
Hell yeah, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very classy guy. Classy post-fight speech from Brumley. Seems to not be crazy because I know after my first fight,
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to fight number 2, I want to throw a shout out to our sponsors who are at ringside. Joel Baker Law, Alltech Environmental Construction Services, Dutch Miller Auto Group, Momentum Pipeline, and the ring girls have been throwing out Momentum Pipeline shirts, so look out for those. Lorison Pools and Spas and Drip Beard Oil. Drip Beard Oil is back in the corner by the entrance, and they are selling a lot of different items, including some J.R. Cochran t-shirts. The king of Marmette. So get your J.R. Cochran t-shirts from Drip Beard Oil back in the corner. All right. DJ, let's bring out the next fight.
And then just to address a couple of the comments we saw, Larry, always happy to have you and your guys here. Larry Barker, phenomenal coach at the Urban Warrior Academy there in Ohio. I love having Larry and all of his guys. They're all spectacular.
Solid coach, great crew.
Yeah, always love working with you guys.
Very neat that we've got the live comments now. You guys can all tell me how fat I look on camera.
And we've got one more fight before Gavin for the other comment. We've got Tanner making his way in with J.R. Cochran in his corner.
Yep. MMA debut.
Very exciting, you know. So I've watched Gavin grow up. So to see him actually stepping in here, it's almost surreal.
Yeah, well, I mean, we saw him grappling in the cage after one of the first couple NLCs.
And we've got Tanner Burnett making his way to the cage right now. And Tanner is making his boxing debut tonight.
MMA, I believe so.
MMA debut. See, I'm rusty, guys. You just got to bear with me. It's been a while. I'm back in action. I'm going to have to
for too long.
Start all over again. So he's 21 years old, 5'9". He's fighting out of Barbersville, West Virginia. So not too far here from Charleston. Just about 30 minutes away there near Huntington. Mr. Burnett is fighting out of Coalition Combat Sports. And we see there J.R. Cochran in his corner.
Yeah.
Big pop from the crowd for Tanner. And Tanner is fired up there in the corner.
He's headbutting the Momentum Pipeline.
He is ready to go. And now about to make his way to the Dutch Miller red corner is Sean Schaefer. And we've seen Sean Schaefer before.
Lucas Schaefer, sorry.
Lucas Schaefer.
Sean Spath is our referee. Maybe that's what you were thinking.
He probably has extras on it too.
Lucas Schaefer, who we've seen, he's another Butch Howes guy. We've seen him box. We saw him have that kickboxing fight that was one of the best kickboxing fights I've ever seen in his first fight in NLC with Tristan Turner, I believe it was.
And honestly, their whole gym up there, Concrete Coliseum, solid crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently his name on Tapology is Sean Lucas Schaefer, so I apologize for my correction of Elijah.
You were wrong, and
he was using
his
given Christian name.
Let's go, Sean Lucas.
We're pulling out the full government. It's serious business.
Social security number is.
That's what I usually check when I do my research as the Social Security Administration.
Yeah, how do I find their social?
Now, Lucas is 19 years old. You know, he's got so much time to get better, and I was very impressed with him in his boxing debut as well. You know, he knocked out Jordan Patterson, and Jordan Patterson is tough.
No, he's a tough
cat.
Yeah.
He's supposed to fight tonight, but, you know, that was, I think, his shining moment. He's lost a couple fights, but the kid keeps getting better. You know, last time we saw him, he fought Tyson Jarrett, came up short, but he's got so much time to grow, and I think we'll see big things from him as well.
Well, and what we saw from him in that Tristan Turner debut fight, he took a couple hard shots early on, got dropped a lot, and was continuing to come forward and throw volume, and was starting to take control near the end of the fight.
That was a crazy fight.
That was a spectacular performance.
I think that was one of our picks for fight of the night that night.
It's one of my picks for fights of all time in NLC.
He showed so much heart, and like that comeback, he was coming back at the end, and it was phenomenal.
Fun fact: his fight name is the Bulldog. I feel like that's very appropriate.
It definitely suits him.
Yeah, Lucas the Bulldog Schaefer.
Bout number 3. This MMA bout is brought to you by Joel Baker Law. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the welterweight division. Fighting first out of the blue corner, the Momentum Pipeline blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches, weighed in 166 pounds. He fights out of Coalition MMA. He hails from Barbersville, West Virginia. Tanner Burnett. And fighting out of the Dutch Miller Auto red corner. He's a mixed martial artist making his amateur debut. He stands 6 feet 1 inches, weighing in 168 pounds. He fights out of Butch House Jiu-Jitsu and Concrete Coliseum. He hails from Charleston, West Virginia. Lucas Schaefer. And when the action begins, the referee in charge of the octagon, Sean Spat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. First mixed martial arts contest of the evening.
I think Tanner Burnett looks like he's in incredible shape. Dude looks like he's been putting in the work.
We've got some chaos going on over in the corners. I think Becca went over to make sure nobody starts fighting each other.
Becca will set him straight.
We sent over the enforcer.
We sent over the smallest person we have. And body kick right out of the gate from Burnett.
And some long left hooks as well from Burnett.
And beautiful work getting that takedown right to full mount.
Directly to mount.
And he is putting it on Schaefer right now.
Schaefer doing a good job, though. He's doing what he needs to do.
He's rushing into that arm triangle a bit. I think he needs to just keep doing what he's doing.
Ground and pound.
Schaefer's doing what he needs to do. He needs to start working towards that leg, towards some funk, or to get up to his hip.
He's eating some big shots, though, and he's having trouble escaping this mount.
Referee watching carefully.
We see Burnett doing a good job settling back down into low mount after he had to come up to high mount to secure the position for a second. Might be setting up a sub. We see him looking underhook.
Oh, very nice.
There goes the Bulldog, rolls him over, and he's back to his feet.
And we saw Burnett just staying a little bit too coupled up top while in mount bottom, and that's why he got.
And here comes the takedown again.
Another one.
And right into mount again.
And that's beautiful work from Burnett.
Now this time, though, he's right away back down a little bit lower with posture control.
Ooh. Big shots.
He's trying to rain down
heavy shots.
Some fight-ending shots now on Schaefer.
Schaefer's doing a good job, though, tying up inside bicep ties and wrist control. Schaefer does a good job. Now he's in half guard. He's halfway to the back, ladies and gentlemen. He's got an underhook, and Burnett is electing to hook the head as opposed to overhook. And Schaefer goes back to closed guard.
Schaefer doing good work off of his back now.
Yeah,
and there's going to be
only a short time left.
It'll be interesting to see how that adrenaline and offensive output from
that was
from
exactly
Tanner Burnett.
Huge shots from Burnett, though, land from top guard.
He's got 19 seconds to hang in there.
Schaefer does a good job regarding, though, again, using that inside bicep tie to avoid some tough big shots.
And that's the thing. We've seen Schaefer come back from adversity already. We know how tough he is.
Schaefer's trying to set up triangle chokes here. You see him with the wrist control and the climbing the legs up high.
And 4 seconds left. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, yeah, I'm really excited to see how he takes what he just did as far as output and can return to the next round. Because, I mean, he was frantic from the beginning, and it kind of never stopped. And I feel like sometimes with those big hammer fists, that big ground and pound, you're putting so much into it, you don't even realize kind of what you're doing.
Especially in a debut fight. Now that's a big. That's probably a 10-8. Is that a 10-8 round, Elijah, or is that?
I mean,
it's got to be.
Depends on the commission, but
I think the biggest thing with a 10-8 is how close to the fight was it to being stopped, and I think a couple points the ref was taking a look.
Yeah.
So I think
two takedowns, right?
Two big takedowns, both in the mount, dominant
Did Schaefer
positions.
have any moments in that round?
I don't think he had any. Well, he hit that Upa reversal, but he was kind of taken down immediately again.
I think I'm scoring that a 10-8.
What we said about Schaefer earlier, we've seen him have tough rounds and come back stronger, right? And he doesn't look tired to me. I don't think he expended a ton of energy there. I think he just did what he needed to do to stay safe. Even that big Upa bridge was what he needed to do, and it was.
You and I both know too, though. MMA judges, it's pretty rare that you see a 10-8.
It depends on the commission, too. Like, I know in Kentucky, they try not to for amateurs.
It's just a big deficit to come back from if it is.
Oh, no, there's a boxing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice trick, though. Yeah.
Head clash.
I missed it.
When he charged in to get to close the distance, they clashed heads there.
It's not on Schaefer, though. He seems very apologetic, but it's chaos. Headbutts happen.
Yeah.
Unless I missed something else.
I mean, it's MMA.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't on purpose. They just
Headbutts happen, for sure. Yep. I mean, it even happens in boxing.
But that was beneficial for Schaefer because, that Burnett was where he wanted it. He wanted to close that distance. And there he goes again. Schaefer's got to keep him off of him.
That was a nice knee to the body, too.
Schaefer needs to dig for underhooks. There he goes.
It's a beautiful Kosoto Gake right into half guard.
Yeah. Schaefer definitely looking uncomfortable.
Inside trip for you American folks.
That's an outside trip, sir.
Outside trip, inside trip. It's a takedown.
He doesn't even know the English words, and he's critiquing my Japanese terminology.
Did you miss him?
So he's settled into half guard and looking to try to do some damage again. Schaefer's doing really well. He got to re-guard. Now he's back to full guard. Now, Colin, you're the big black belt here.
There's an arm block coming
Beautiful work,
up.
and he's deep. He's deep on it, it looks like. If he can just extend, he's going to – oh, my gosh.
Either extend or go all the way through to the arm saddle, which looks like what he's trying to do.
He is so deep on that arm.
Yes,
he might be able to get it belly down.
He's just got to push. He's got to use his hips.
Now he needs to not get stacked here, though. There he goes towards belly down.
Oh, man. It looks nasty. He needs to put his shin on the back of the head.
And he needs to transition to a side Jujigatami now. He needs to go from his head facing us to his head facing the other direction, and believe he'd be able to break over the top hip. But he's in a belly down armbar situation now.
Oh, the angle's off, but he's on top.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Beautiful. Uses it to sweep.
Wow.
He lands in almost a Kajira Kesagatame type position.
And now he has the wrestler on his back.
Wow. I like that. That was awesome.
And that round, ladies and gentlemen, is a big round for Lucas Schaefer.
Yeah. Was it enough to win the round, though?
He had some success on the feet as well.
Decidedly. He landed hard shots. He got taken down, but he immediately was into that straight arm lock. That kind of classical pin Jujigatami position.
It was close, too.
It was very close at several places.
The angle was just off on the elbow.
So
he had that so deep. The extension was off, and if he could have just, the kick flip armbar, maybe went to the back of the head with the shin.
Yeah, or the Shinyaoki judo-style swing move to side juji is what I like to see in that scenario. But
Fedor used to like that a lot.
Yes, Fedor used that a lot.
I always used to like the Ronda Rousey kick flip, roll them.
Yeah.
Shin to the back of the head, try to roll them. I always found once I went belly down, once they start to get passing, I feel like you have no leverage with that leg on the face.
Yeah.
So I used to always like to switch it, so I'd have a lot more leverage on the head.
So this one's for all the marbles, eh?
Big pop in the crowd for Lucas Schaefer. Schaefer walking him down, but he walks right into the clinch.
Beautiful takedowns from Burnett.
Good body locks from Burnett.
And that's been his X factor in this fight. He can get Schaefer to his back when he needs to.
Now, he needs to not blow all of his gas here early, though, because he's got 2 minutes to grapple with Schaefer, and Schaefer's guard work has been pretty good so far.
And he looks
swept him twice. He's reversed him twice now, and it's kind of turned the tide.
And we see Schaefer, He's kind of setting up an overhook on that far side. He's playing a little bit of like a classic Valley Tudo guard. You see he's definitely got a strong preferred side as he's trying to look for wrist control. Maybe look towards a Kimura a bit there.
Arm was just too high.
Yeah.
He's going to go to the back now.
He's coming out the back, and I believe he's going to make it all the way there.
I think he may switch to the armbar again.
Or the triangle. Yeah, he's trying to use that to set up the triangle on the other side. There's the armbar again.
Oh, man.
Now I wish. Oh, that's tight.
Now we see him in that side judo.
Yeah, that judo style armbar that you were looking for. And he misses it.
He needs to come up on top, though.
He could take the back right now if he just sits up. Oh, beautiful work from Schaefer.
Schaefer ends up in a top, almost like a leg drag position.
Almost a minute to work.
And Burnett is exhausted. He's flat on his back.
Yep.
Schaefer needs to pull it on.
Go.
Schaefer
Get
just
in there,
almost steps
Schaefer.
directly into mount. He's landing hard shots.
Yeah, Schaefer didn't need to let him up there. He did exactly what he needs to. Ride this out. He may have round 2.
He's setting up an arm triangle on that far side, too. He may get it.
I mean, with him being this fatigued.
It's hard to see the angle here. He needs to get that arm all the way to the ear.
Yep, you need that scapular elevation, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's getting tighter. It's getting tighter, folks.
Oh, but a good battle back from Burnett.
Now, hey, finish him off with ground and pound. Let's see if he can do
Schaefer
it.
needs to just throw hard shots.
And here comes the choke. Does he have time? No.
Wow.
Man, Sean Schaefer is Lucas Schaefer. Sean Lucas Schaefer is a dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a spectacular performance from both of those gentlemen. We saw a lot of good body locking takedowns from Burnett.
I like how your voice went up when you said good. A lot of good. It was a lot of good.
I was sick recently. I'm glad my voice came back for this.
Has excellent wrestling.
Yeah.
And you know, around here, that's rare.
Yeah.
I think if he tightens up his top game a little bit, where he's not getting reversed, he's not having to deal with those submission attempts, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Now, here's an interesting point. We talked about a potential 10-8 in the first round. We might be looking at a draw. If that was a 10-8 first and 2 10-9s, ladies and gentlemen, we might be looking at a 28-28. But I think probably most logically we're going to see 29-27 in favor of Lucas Schaefer, but anything can happen here.
And some judges, they don't look at submission attempts and weigh them as heavily. Very interesting.
Our main event fighter of the evening, Andre Miller, is engaging a lot with his opponent, J.R. Cochran, very early in the night.
A lot of bad blood. Hopefully we make it to the main event without something going down, folks.
Yeah,
Now, while we wait for this decision, I'm going to give a shout out to our other sponsors, Lorison Pools and Spas, and also Drip Beard Oil. You don't have the drip if you don't have the oil. I just came up with that one. They're welcome.
I could use that. My beard's looking a little unkempt. Yours as well.
Yeah, I try to look homeless so people don't bother me.
You have a better mustache right now than me.
Yeah, I mean, people don't come up to you if they think you're homeless. They think you're going to ask them for money. And I do. And they won't give it to me.
Great fight from those two guys, and we see that. We talk a lot about Butch House Jiu-Jitsu, right? I mean, that's what really won Lucas Schaefer this fight. I mean, he's working with the boxing team as well, but
Schaefer, very, very tough. I think that's the biggest thing he has. He's got something you can't teach. He doesn't have any quit in him. Even if things go bad, he keeps going, and he looks for a way to win.
And you saw him in between that first and second round. He looked composed and ready to go.
I've been under the weather as well. Sorry,
ladies and gentlemen, let's give both of these warriors a hand. This was hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. Judge 1 has the score. 30-27 for blue corner. Judge 2 has it. 28-28. And Judge 3 has it. 29-28 for the red corner. This is a split draw.
I think that's.
I'm not mad at that.
I think that's a fair ultimate decision. I do not know what
the decision sucks. These guys had a
pretty
right
30-27.
Definitely. I want to hear your guys.
You need to go to some jiu-jitsu classes. The takedowns were there.
All right.
That's
how do you
for
feel
sure.
about that fight? It ended in a draw, but how are you feeling right now?
I don't really remember much of it. Adrenaline's so high, but
hell of a fight, man. That was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done physically. Props to Tanner, man. That was a hell of a fight. I don't know. I got to rewatch it to see if I really. I mean, either way, I feel like I lost just because I wasn't able to finish my opponent. But props to Tanner, man. That was a good fight.
Yeah. Let's hear from Tanner. How do you feel about that fight, man? I know it ended in a draw, but how you feeling in front of this hometown crowd?
First of all, I want to give a big shout out to everybody that came and support me. My girlfriend, my cousins, my brother, all my whole family, my friends. Big shout out to J.R. Cochran, Josh Spencer, Nick Asbury for believing in me, giving me this opportunity to do it. Thank you. Big shout out to Keith No. Appreciate it, man. Unfortunately, I get the win, but I'll take a draw for my first fight ever. I'll take it.
All right, give it up to these two warriors tonight.
Will you hand that to the commissioner? Good job, guys. Good job. Good job, man.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I can probably see the 30. I would probably give it to Lucas.
All right, All right, DJ, let's bring out the next fight.
I think the third one was clearly red. I think it comes down to that second round.
That's a fair. Personally, I had that fight scored 28-28. Both of those guys did a very good job. I think a draw is the right outcome there. I could very easily see it 29-26.
And as an amateur running back, I mean, there's not a ton of people on the roster. You know, keep fighting until you get it down. It's nothing to hang your head off of for either fighter, in my opinion. I think that was a great.
They both know what they need to improve after that too. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, to be in Keith No's head right now before his son's about to make his debut.
Oh my goodness, we got Gavin versus Nicholas Lyons.
Now, Nick Lyons is somebody that we know a lot about. We've seen a lot of Nick Lyons in the last few years.
And we've seen a big transformation in him from his first fight. I mean, I cornered against him in his first fight with Luke Lago.
That's the thing. This is not an easy debut for you know,
not at all.
Young Mr. No.
Yeah.
And Nick Lyons, if you think about it, you know, he's just 1-1 in boxing. But the guy has let's see.
I think it's 2 and 4. Is it
4 and 7
total? Yeah. Because he has 2 and 4 in MMA, correct?
So yeah, he's got 13 fights under his belt.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of experience. That's the biggest advantage I'm going to give Nick Lyons. Nick Lyons has got talent too. He's got a good overhand right. Fighting out of Mount Sterling. You know, he trains with Austin Maddox, a lot of those guys there.
Yeah.
And Nick keeps getting better and better, like you say. His last boxing match was a victory against his buddy, Braxton Little. We saw that in Huntington. I don't know how he did this, but he talked his friend into fighting him. And it was a beating. It was a bad one.
Maybe that guy owed him money. Do you ever have a friend that would bring people into jiu-jitsu because they wanted to hurt them? Like people that they knew from outside?
But it was the actual fight. But Nick Lyons is tough. He just came off an MMA victory over Eric Mann. You know, Ezekiel choked Eric Mann in the first round.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And so I think that's the biggest win of his career so far. Things are definitely looking up for Nick.
Now, I'll tell you what, I've gotten to get a little inside scoop of Gavin No. He's been training with us for the past couple weeks, on and off with us before.
See, I've never seen Gavin train.
Yeah.
I've been so curious
to
what he...
because he's like a little Keith. I like a powerhouse, like super aggressive.
The physical transformation that this kid's been through in just the last couple years. Like, you know, I hadn't seen him in a while. At the last event I saw him at, and I was like, you're a man now. You grew up
dude.
like, and he used to look like Screech from Saved by the Bell. Yeah. Now he looks like Screech if he did a few years in prison and like got on steroids. And
he looks like Keith if he had hair. And for those of you guys who don't know, Keith No is a very talented fighter. I mean, he came along really before we had much in the way of MMA as far as like he was not well known. But Keith was like a super talented white and blue belt. I've heard stories about jiu-jitsu from people that trained with him. So, and it doesn't shock me at all to find out that Gavin's got some of that same raw, natural talent.
Gavin's an excellent lacrosse athlete as well. Good football player. He's definitely got the Keith No giant awkward man jeans.
Well, and he's not going to be super uncomfortable here just because he's been at these events 100,000
really-
times. He's been backstage.
I pray he doesn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now bout number 4 on the
he's got a
night.
beautiful
This
head of
boxing
hair.
contest is brought to you
Let's
by
hope
Lorison Pools and Spas. This contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the heavyweight division. Fighting out of the Momentum Pipeline blue corner. He's a boxer with an amateur record of 1 win, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet, 10 inches, weighing in 195 pounds, fights out of the Downtown Athletic Club in Owingsville, Kentucky. The new breed outlaw, Nicholas Lyons.
And just a couple of those things in the chat. Stephen Thompson's fight, unfortunately, has scratched. So if you're
Fighting
that one,
out of the Dutch Miller Auto red corner. He's a boxer making his amateur debut. He is still in high school. He stands 6 feet, 4 inches, weighing in 236 pounds. He hails from Lexington, Kentucky. He trains at Thrive Tribe Boxing. Presenting Gavin No. And when the action begins, the referee in charge of the octagon, Sean Spat.
spectacular referee crew we have tonight.
Yes, amazing.
Matt Jones and Sean Spath are 2 of my favorite referees in all the local regional things. So to have them as the only 2 refs makes me very happy. Not that we don't have other good refs.
Oh, yeah, but they're top dudes.
Yeah, I believe Sean is.
Let's see what.
And we're off. Touch of gloves.
Young Gavin No's debut comes.
I'm kind of expecting. I don't know what I'm expecting. He comes out fast and hard.
See a big size advantage for Gavin.
Yes.
Obviously, the big experience advantage for Lyons.
Lyons has been there and done that with a lot of tough guys.
And we see a completely different posture than we saw in his first few fights. He's not afraid to let that right hand go.
That was a good job sliding out of the way of that overhand right by Lyons.
And I really think the only thing Gavin's going to have to watch out for is being lazy with his shots and not bringing them to his chin. He could get touched. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
I like how patient Gavin's being so far. He's not getting ahead of himself, not getting too wild. That was a good jab right hand. Oh, beautiful. Heavy shot.
And drops it. Okay.
Gavin No with some big power. Puts him away quickly.
That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen.
That's my boy. Well done, Gavin No.
Spectacular performance against a very tough out in Nicholas Lyons. Those are some big, hard shots. Heavyweight boxing, ladies and gentlemen.
That was nasty work from Gavin. Really excellent. Woo. Now he can celebrate to Cherry Pie playing.
There's somebody behind us singing it. I can hear it.
Oh my gosh, excellent work. You know, he's been putting in work. I knew that with, of course, Becca and Thrive Tribe, but he's also been with Guillermo, those guys at House of Best Kept Secrets.
Okay.
They're so good.
I wondered what he'd been training, because I wasn't even aware that he had been training. I mean, I know, obviously I see him at all the events, and
I think he's been at it for at least a year or 2 now.
Well, he's been around the sport. I'm sure he's been in and out. I'm sure he's probably played around with his dad.
He learned most of what he did by watching me, and then he went from there.
Your illustrious boxing career.
I was his biggest inspiration. He did tell me that right before this fight. He said, if that guy can do it, I can do it. Oh, Gavin, no. This has got to be such a good moment. The crowd is going bananas for him, his family. I couldn't imagine how Keith's feeling.
And we see Nicholas Lyons makes it to his feet. He's okay, ladies and gentlemen.
This has got to be a proud moment.
I can't even imagine.
Stop to the bout. 49 seconds into round 1. Your winner, Gavin No.
Don't go anywhere, Gavin. Don't go anywhere. You know we got to get an interview.
That's my boy.
All right, everybody. I'm here with your winner, Gavin No. Gavin, walk me through it. Your debut. How are you feeling in the back?
A little nervous. I had 3 practices and a lot of Fortnite before this.
So how do you feel now after getting that epic finish for your debut boxing match? What's running through your head, Gavin?
I'm ready to eat, take a nap.
Are we going to see you back anytime soon, Gavin? You're going to take a little break after this one?
I don't even know.
Another problem for another day.
He sounds
All right, everybody get loud one more time for our Gavin No.
The boy wonder, Gavin No gets it done. And shout out to Keith No for picking a tough out for his son's debut.
Yeah, that's the thing, and he ran through him. Like, people are going to think that's an easy fight.
On paper, that
no,
looked like a
wasn't.
mismatch the other direction. At the very least, it could have been. You know what I mean? We don't, obviously, Gavin's an unknown quantity coming in for the first time in competition. To put him in there with somebody with as much experience and a number of wins now as Nick Lyons, like that was.
One more time, let's thank our sponsors for the show. Joel Baker Law, All Tech Environmental Construction Services, Dutch Miller Auto Group, Momentum Pipeline, Lorison Pools and Spas, and Drip Beard Oil. Right, let's bring out the next fight.
All right, we've got Jimmy Two-Stroke Wingate will be making his way into the blue corner, making his MMA debut. We've seen him boxing quite a few times. I'm interested to see this, see how he does in MMA.
Very interested. You know, I don't know what his grappling background looks like. We've seen how dog tough he is in the boxing ring.
Very fast, and he looks very, very strong for the weight class as well.
And kind of one of those fighting styles that's it's a little spazzy, but can be in a good way because it kind of overwhelms people. It's like you don't know when he's going to go, when he's going to.
Especially with little gloves.
We saw him fight Emmanuel Manning, who's fighting for the title later tonight. And honestly, I thought that fight could have went the other way.
It was a very competitive
Jimmy,
fight.
you know, Manning looked incredible in the first round, but he got a little tired because he was used to, I think, the tough man style.
Yes.
And Jimmy is so tough. He hung in there. And that second and third round, they were very close. And I thought it was going to go the other way, to tell you the truth. I'm, looking back on it, but Manning's here as well tonight, and he's looking better and better. You guys got to see him fight again, while I was out, and the kid's phenomenal. That's another fight tonight that's going to be great.
Yeah, that's a great fight.
Yeah. He got to do some cross-training with us, so I'm excited to talk about that.
And there's Jimmy Wingate. Jimmy Wingate coming out to some excellent bagpipe music, and I like that.
Bagpipe with the rock. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't recognize the particular track.
Me neither, but I like it.
I'm uncultured. I thought Elijah.
I figured you were a big fan of Scottish music.
We gotta Shazam this one.
I may look
it's a keeper.
Kind of Scottish, but I'm Northern Italian. Don't let the red beard fool you.
I want you to learn.
I do have a little
so you can play this at my funeral.
Okay,
that's
hang
about
on.
the
I'm
only.
gonna get it down for you. Don't worry.
There's not many musical instruments I can play on account of my missing fingers. So the bagpipes is one of them.
You
You have
can't.
missing fingers?
You didn't know that?
You never noticed
We
that?
talked about this on the last New Line. I said,
The guitar, the piano, they're out.
Colin, what happened to your fingers, man?
It's not that noticeable until you see them with the others.
I know what happened to your fingers, and I can't say it on the air. You got them stuck somewhere.
We've got Jimmy Wingate over there. Looks like being cornered by Zane Fry.
Is it true that you got him stuck in a bowling ball and then you lost circulation and you had to cut him off?
That would be cooler than what I did. J.R. Cochran doing a lot of cornering on a night when he's fighting in the main event.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's so difficult.
And they don't really have a gym, correct?
Adrenaline up and down.
I think they've finally started a place, Marmette Fight Club.
Okay.
I don't know if it's an actual gym or if it's just them getting together right now, but
it has a name at least.
It's like they're building quite a team.
No, that's really good for sure.
And Marmette is an area that it needs something like that.
Yeah. Hey, I've been around gyms that kind of just started, a couple guys training, and eventually, it grows and it grows, and
I
you
think
learn a lot of stuff.
Got another gym that's cropped up there. Of course, Concrete Coliseum's there as well.
Yeah.
With Chris Smith. So in that small area, it's an outside town, outside of Charleston. Everything's kind of slowed down and a lot of problems there. Now a lot of young people could get a chance to change their lives through this sport. And you see how excited they all are. Like J.R. Cochran and the success he's had. I think it's been infectious with some of these other young guys from
I
Marmette.
agree. And Griffin Key and several of those other guys from that area and that are training together.
And now we see our Momentum Pipeline. Oh, I'm sorry, our Dutch Miller red corner fighter. I am definitely rusty.
I gotta get him some perfect or something before the next card.
I need Alpha Brain.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever taken the Alpha Brain?
Yeah.
No.
It's
Back in
great.
like 2012 I did, yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Neurogum is really good too. I don't know if you tried Neurogum yet.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan talks about it all the time.
Is
but
it
Bout number
like that
5,
pill
this
from Limitless?
MMA bout is brought to you
Yeah,
by
something like that.
Momentum
L-theanine is-
Pipeline. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Fighting first, out of the Momentum Pipeline blue corner. He's a mixed martial artist making his amateur debut. He stands 5 feet 9 inches, weighing in 156.6 pounds, fighting out of the Downtown Athletic Club in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Presenting Jimmy 2 Strokes Wingate. And fighting out of the Dutch Miller Auto red corner. He's a mixed martial artist with a record of 1 win, no losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches, weighing in 157 pounds. He fights out of Coalition MMA in Charleston, West Virginia. He's an active duty military. Presenting Nicholas Asbury.
tell you what.
And when our action begins, referee in charge of the octagon, Matt Jones.
Marmette likes to support.
Yeah.
Like every pop from their fighters, man. The crowd's been so loud.
And they're
It's
all
awesome.
on their feet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And you know, Asbury, he looked phenomenal back in July. You know, won his debut with a quick KO. First round of Bradley Krause. But this
coming
should be
out
fireworks, I think.
Wingate's definitely bringing pressure to him.
I like it. But still has a great pace, you know, bringing pressure, but he's taking his time.
Wingate reminds me a lot of Joe Thompson.
Oh. Okay.
We see him holding on to a front headlock here, but he gets
He's
mounted.
Yeah, trying to hang on to a guillotine.
It's an arm-in guillotine. Should be theoretically very difficult to finish from this position, but I have said that before and been wrong. So.
It's just really a nuisance now. He's got to try to get his head out of that hole.
And I can't see what's going on the far artery.
He's not putting pressure on the elbow, trying to break the grip. He needs to fight the hands off.
He's pushing in the leg. The leg's not his problem here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's uncomfortable, but I don't think he's going to get finished here.
No, I think he needs a big drop.
And who fatigues
There it
more
is.
from that? Oh, boy. Right into some serious ground and pound from
And now
our
big
red
trouble
corner
for
fighter.
Jimmy Wingate. He doesn't seem to know how to get out, and he's
Oh,
caught.
and he's caught.
Rear naked choke victory.
Wow, and
Almost
just
to
like
Asbury.
Almost a
It
bulldog
is
choke there.
over.
That was beautiful, nasty work.
Impressive stuff from Asbury.
As soon as he
Yes.
cleared that front headlock, it was go time.
And we saw him catch that. I think it was almost more of a bulldog choke, the angle that he caught that choke. It wasn't full hooks. As soon as Jimmy Wingate turned, exposed his back.
Yep, it was so quick. Fantastic performance.
Excellent work. You can't ask for more. Landed the takedown right out of the gate. Had a little trouble, you know, just clearing his head, but that's something you see a lot at this level. Guys just grabbing the head there and hanging on.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like I said, it's really just a nuisance. You just got to deal with it, stay calm, and he did. And then he got to finish.
And he
very
gets to
quickly.
advance to 2-0.
And you got to imagine how much that burnt out Jimmy Wingate's arms just trying to hold that front headlock.
Yeah. I was going to ask about that.
There's nothing on this planet more exhausting to your forearms and biceps than squeezing a guillotine.
Squeezing.
You have to be very
And
intelligent.
the other dude's
about
kind
it.
of chilling, right?
Well,
I mean,
depending on how good you are at guillotines.
yeah.
Guillotines are very, very
Master
hard to do
right
well.
here.
I am not a big proponent of guillotines. Elijah Thacker is, so we've got this.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee stopped the bout due to submission. Rear naked choke. 1 minute, 10 seconds, round number 1. Your winner, Nicholas Asbury.
Now, Jimmy Wingate, he could have made something happen. If
Nicholas
he could have got
Asbury,
back to
how do you
half
feel
guard,
getting
if
that
he
win
could have held
tonight,
on to
man?
that and got
I
back
feel
to at least
amazing, man.
half,
I'm glad to
maybe
be
he
here
could
with
have
all my
done
friends
something
and
with it.
family. The JR's about to put on a show tonight, and I wish Tanner would have got the win. I do believe he won. I just loved him being here and supporting me, man. I was actually so scared to fight Jimmy. He looks real mean, but I'm just super confident. I'm not here to lose, man. I'm here to be the best.
Absolutely, man. Did you see this fight going to the ground?
Actually, I did. We really anticipated him wrestling because my hands have gotten a lot better since my last fight. So I thought he was going to shoot real early. He had me in a little guillotine, but we've been practicing. I would have never tapped to that, and I knew his hands was going to get tired with all the muscle he's got. And as soon as it did, I was on top of him, taking the fight over, and then I choked him out when he made a mistake.
Amazing, man. Give it up to Nicholas Asbury.
think, honestly, that being good at guillotines can be to your detriment sometimes. You see that with, like, Glover Teixeira. He's so good at the guillotine.
Lose top position for it a lot.
And he would go for him, I think, too often. You have to be very conscientious of what's going to happen if you lose it, because you're going to end up on bottom. Not only that, you're going to burn your arms out, but I think if you're good at guillotines, you're not cranking them until you know you've got it. It's more just using it to hold that
too.
pressure.
It's very difficult with the old school low risk guillotines to get double artery closure. I am a big fan of the modern high wrist guillotines.
I never did the old school guillotine. I always did the Marcellitine high elbow.
Yeah, Marcello's low wrist high elbow, which is a little higher percentage.
And then
the Marcellitine is a pure trach smash.
The arm ends, I never finished a traditional arm end. My percentage went up when I switched to the reverse gable.
Yeah.
With that, oh my God, it's game changer.
Yeah, that's the only way I can really finish, because my short troll arms, that's the only way I can really finish the high wrist, high elbow.
And walking into the ring now, out of our Momentum Pipeline blue corner, we have Chris Bennett. Chris Bennett trains out of South Charleston, West Virginia, so he is a local guy to the area. Lots of experience. Most of his experience does come from a tough man type setting. He was 8-2 in the tough man. Does have a 3 professional boxing fight experience. So out of the 2, definitely more experience. His last fight was Matt Denning, which we got to see at the Black Sheep Harley.
And Matt Denning is a tall order.
Yeah, he really is. He really is. He's a
very experienced
durable
fighter.
dude.
Matt Denning's got over 40 MMA fights.
Yeah, he's intelligent, durable, experienced. He's a tough out.
And not
and as a 2 fight, or second fight for your pro, that's a very.
And I want to give a shout out in the corner. I see a man I've not seen in quite a while in the Under Armour hoodie, Eric Oden, former New Line heavyweight title contender.
Oh, I have him as a friend on Facebook, but I haven't met him yet. So thank you for putting that face to the name for me.
And then you've got Eli Atkins as well. 2 great fighters there out of the Concrete Coliseum there in Marmette.
Eric Mann looks in good shape, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, he does.
Cornered by the gentleman at Tartarus. They've got the full. They've got the full banner. He's got Eric Swan. He's got Zach Wilds. That's a phenomenal coaching staff.
Eric Mann, win or lose, I think we all know by now he's going to have a fun fight. Eric Mann's going to bring it. He's one of the nicest guys in the sport. He's a personal friend, I think, of most of us because he's been around so long now.
And he's such a good guy. I don't like everybody. I've been around a lot of people that I don't call a friend, but Eric is. I would call Eric a friend.
Tonight's different, though. Tonight, and he's fought you. You stood across the cage from this man. What was it like fighting Eric Mann?
It was very interesting. Eric's much faster than you would expect. He's got some slick head movement. Honestly, I thought his boxing was the best aspect of his game, which is odd to say because he did set me down with a back kick. But I think this is really where he shines. His head movement, his footwork is very, very slick.
And I think, we
are now at bout number 6. This professional boxing match is brought to you by Dutch Miller Automotive. This fight is scheduled for 4 rounds in the NLC Professional Light Heavyweight Division. Fighting first, out of the Momentum Pipeline blue corner, he's a professional boxer, veteran of 3 bouts. He stands 5 feet 7 inches. He weighed in 171 pounds. He hails from Scott Depot, West Virginia. Chris, in it to win it, Bennett.
That's a good nickname.
Yeah, catchy.
And fighting out of the Dutch Miller Auto red corner, he's a professional boxer making his debut. He stands 5 feet 8 inches, weighing in 175 pounds. He fights out of Tartarus MMA, and he hails from Argolite, Kentucky. He's a former NLC amateur title challenger, presenting Eric Mann. When our action begins, your referee in charge of the octagon is Matt Jones.
And I think this is the, honestly, height and size-wise, the closest we've seen Eric matched.
Yeah, this is a phenomenal
Whenever
matchup.
everything backstage, everybody my commands at all times, protect yourselves at all times. Go ahead and touch them up, step back.
Honestly, their styles aren't super different from what I remember of
Bennett.
Watching Bennett. Yeah. So this could be fun. 2 orthodox guys. And remember, we're working on 4 rounds, so
beautiful work
nice
from Eric.
Overhand right out the gate.
Shovel hook to the body started it all.
And we're used to seeing Eric trying to get inside on taller men, and he's not going to have to do that tonight.
No, he might, yeah, definitely get to sit back a little bit more. Just make sure to be defensively sound.
Bennett definitely throwing some heat, though.
Yeah, they are.
Eric landed a nice left hook and a jab to the body, though. Bennett staying more active, though.
And I'll tell you what, I feel like that's an adjustment, too. That's takes some time to get used to. From the amateurs to the pros, just taking some time. Set it up. Start with a jab. Find your jab that first round and then expand on it. But again, that's just a time in there.
Speaking of the jab, Eric just ate a nice stiff one from Bennett.
I really think whoever finds that jab is going to have more success later in the round. Big looping punches there from
Eric
Bennett.
Is at his best when he gets inside and he starts putting his punches together, chaining those hooks together.
I would say that, and whenever he's using his combinations and footwork together. He moves while he punches a lot.
Yes.
He does it very well, and that's something that trips a lot of classical boxers up.
Yeah.
That was a nice left hook to the body from
It
Mann.
was. He could have brought a right hand.
Good defense from Mann, too. He's playing kind of a Philly shell with
They
big
both
right
caught
hand.
each other, but
I think Eric landed the harder shot there. That right hand from Eric, I think, was the hardest punch we've seen this round.
yeah.
And we see immediately a mouse appears on the eye of Bennett.
I think that fired Bennett up, though, that little dance there.
He gets caught by the left hook, though.
Yep.
That's what's crazy is because either one of these guys catches each other. It could totally turn the tide of the whole fight.
We've got good mouse under the left eye already of Bennett from that right hand of Eric.
Ooh,
that
big
was a
punches.
nice hard right hand by Bennett.
Right hand and a lead up.
Yeah, the
to follow it.
uppercut came up through the guard a bit.
Yep.
Eric's pace is starting to slow a bit.
Ooh.
I think Eric's being a little bit too patient.
He does have 4 rounds, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his first 4-round fight. And longer rounds as well.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just a big adjustment to try to find your pace. That's why I always recommend just.
Well, I think Bennett has a tendency to gas, too. We saw that against
Yeah,
Matt
you're
Denning.
right.
Yeah.
I
You're
think
right.
Eric probably is pretty aware of that.
Well, and Eric, I think, had some fatigue issues in the Hunter Plu fight. I think he's very aware of that now.
So do you feel like they're both really chasing for like a big finish type deal, or
No,
just?
I think
I
Eric's
think they
trying
know
to.
it's a long fight.
I think Eric's trying to win rounds, and I think he knows he's winning this round, and that's why he's starting to slow up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a tactical approach. I really do. I definitely don't think Eric's tired yet. Beautiful left hook.
No, that was a really nice check hook. More punches coming from Bennett.
And
I think Eric
And
was doing
return from
Eric was doing
Mann.
better work behind that Philly shell, in my opinion, than he is
I'll
that
tell you
cross
what.
guard, their classic guard.
I did like that little flurry there at the end. He just kind of stuck his head down in him, punch. All
Yeah,
he's got to do is bring like an uppercut up the middle, pop the head up, finish to the head. He could do some solid work right there in that mid-range.
And I think we are looking 10-9. Now, this is a pro fight. We had a question in the comments. I think we're looking 10-9 Eric in that round. It's closely contested round. I think that the 2 big right hands he landed were the biggest shots. I think he definitely did not land. I think he didn't win on volume for sure.
Right.
But I think his were the more significant strikes.
Ring control is what I would say.
It was close as well, though. Bennett did crack him a couple times in that round. That straight right that snuck through the guard there with that uppercut, that was a good moment for Bennett in that round. But I agree. I think Eric did enough to win it.
And I think the ring control might go farther in the pros. I mean, when you see somebody up there having a good time, to me, that brings my attention to that fighter. That might bring the judges' attention to that fighter, right? So I think he just carried himself really well through that round. Start to finish, really.
I've always envied how comfortable Eric Mann is in there.
Me too.
I don't think I've ever felt that way.
I beat him, and he was more comfortable fighting.
Yep.
He shouldn't have been comfortable fighting me. I had way more experience.
And that's
I think he just loves it.
And that's what makes boxers dangerous. When they get to that flow state to where they're having fun, it's no longer they're worried about this fight at all. They're just enjoying it. They become dangerous, just like
There's a nice
that.
two-piece from
That
Mann.
was like a nice lead, overhand right, landed right on the chin. Of course, Bennett's going to try to get some real estate back. He's probably going to start throwing a little heavy, but
Eric staying just out of range of those punches.
not giving him time to rest is smart.
No, yeah, he's right back in there. He's making him throw shots into his guard. I think his plan is
keep
to
him
fatigue.
tired,
I think his plan is to fatigue Bennett.
Yep.
I think
And
he's
look,
trying
you
to.
could do this all day.
I think that's very wise judging on Bennett's last fight because we saw him fade quickly.
Very fast. But, I mean, he was kind of all gas, no
Talking
brakes.
to Bennett's coach, talking to Chris Smith, I don't think Bennett put in the work for that fight either.
Okay.
And he might have this time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a hard thing to bank on. is a guy to fade. You definitely want to try to win rounds here.
4 3-minute rounds. Good work to the body. There's the uppercut. There you go. That's all you got to do is add that uppercut in.
Nasty
and
work.
Bennett hits him with a big shot, trying to get him off, get some respect back.
Mann did a good job getting out of the way there of that.
Eric's doing a good
More
job
combinations from Bennett.
Defensive pressure in between outbursts.
His
and
head
movement
looks excellent too.
Oh, that's a big left hook from Eric.
Feet aren't necessarily lined up with
Another big left hook from Eric. I think that one hurt Bennett. Sorry to talk over you, Becca.
No, that's totally fine. I was just saying Bennett's strikes don't line up with his feet, so he's losing a lot of power trying to come forward and getting off balance.
We saw the mouthpiece come out of Eric.
He's
Keep
fading.
that mouthpiece in your mouth this time, Eric.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Hands on his knees, bending over.
Yep.
And that's, I think Eric Mann probably was aware of his tendency.
Oh, nice check hook. That was cheeky. And
nasty.
Yeah, there we go. He's feeling it now. I mean, once you hit that confidence, you know you can land any punch you throw. That's when the real fun starts.
Well, and when you see the other, when you feel like you're technically better and the other guy is fatiguing faster, that is wind beneath your wings.
Eric definitely overthrew on that last left hook, though.
And I think Mann is just beating him mentally right now, let's be honest. Like, it kind of seems like Bennett's kind of tuned out to this round, maybe.
It's very hard to land good punches on Eric. His head movement, his footwork.
It's not looking good here. We could get a count, but I don't know. Nice sportsmanship. Let's say that.
A little clash
headbutt.
of heads.
That hurt Eric. Look at him.
These guys both care more about headbutts than I do. I like it. I see
if
headbutts.
I'm not cut,
I think that headbutt hurt Eric. Look at his face. That's not good. This could be a game-changing moment right here.
He's squinting the eye a lot.
If
or
he
do you
can't
think
recover,
he wants some extra time?
I think he's he's tired, he's the fresher of the two. If I were him, I would not want.
I don't even think he's tired. I think he's legitimately something. Head clash you can get rocked. We've seen it before.
I mean, it's a very impactful hit, way different than a hand.
We've definitely seen it before.
That's a nice jab to the body by Eric.
Eric seems all right, though.
Nice block. Now, if he just brings something off those blocks, boom. Nice.
And this style of defense is where I think Eric does his best work.
Yeah, mid-range.
Eric whiffs.
And he's playing off a bit of that Philly shell.
Yeah.
Bennett's doing a good job. Bennett's fatiguing and getting hurt, but he's still there.
No, he is, and I feel like he's being more choosy, which was good because before he was just trying to. That was a head to the. That was like a. That was a head or a punch. I couldn't really tell.
It was a shovel hook.
Was it? Yeah. Okay.
That left hook to the body.
It was straight to the dick.
I think it was the right hand, but yeah.
Oh, it hit him low?
Yeah, it was 100% a low blow. Yeah, it was like a shovel right uppercut.
You remember, UFC, what number was that? 4 or 5? But yeah, hammer fist, all that.
Gold star if either one of you remember the names of the two fighters involved in that fight.
Actually, no.
One of them is in prison for the rest of his life.
Joe Son.
Keith Hackney. Double gold star for Elijah.
Okay, wait. I got one.
You knew it happened.
No. I got a question. Who was the guy who got kicked and his tooth flew out of the cage?
Gerard Gordeau. Well, Gerard Gordeau kicked Telly Tooley.
There we go.
Here's a fun fact. Some of a tooth went out of the cage and 2 more teeth went back to Holland in Gerard Gordeau's foot. He fought the rest of that tournament with 2 teeth buried in his foot.
Okay, no.
And this groin strike break is brought to you by Joel Baker Law.
It's a good
Joel Baker Law is the sponsor of all groin strikes here at New Line Cagefighting.
You can't talk about low blows or dirty strikes and not tie it back in with Gerard Gordeau, the king of illegal strikes. If you don't have
a good lawyer, then the world might hit you with a low blow. So go see Joel Baker.
And we move on to round number 3. So how are you scoring that round?
I believe that round was 10-9, Eric.
Did the judge just hit you with a low blow? Call Joel Baker.
Did
you get that New Year's Eve DUI? That's a low blow.
Call Joel Baker.
I'm surprised that they didn't. Did they not pause time during that low blow?
I was literally just about to ask you. I know they're supposed to pause the clock. I thought.
They
pros.
Are.
You got to pause it and then you restart.
I think not during a knockdown, but during a low blow or a foul.
Yeah, a foul, a headbutt, whatever it might be.
And this fight has turned very interesting. You got 2 long rounds left.
The other
Both
thing is
men are kind of tired.
Well, and the other thing is that that time getting taken away benefits.
Bennett. 100%.
A lot, because I mean he was the more fatigued of the two.
A whole minute out of the last round, and then a whole another minute.
How much did that low blow take out of him? He looks very hurt still.
He does.
Very tired.
A low blow is worse when you're hurt too. When you're tired, I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But, yeah, he's firing. He's trying to get his head up.
Nasty
man.
work from Eric Mann coming in.
Another lead hook to the body. Beautiful work. Nice trading. This is what I like to see when we get to the pros. Two people will stand right in front of each other, dodge, block, counter, and it's back and forth. But Eric Mann just is catching the upper hand of these shots.
Eric Mann's best work has been off that shovel hook to the body. He's setting up the beautiful overhand
nice jack
right
cross to
from
the
that.
body. Now if you could just bring one upstairs.
There it is again.
There you go. Body head,
And
body
again,
head.
Same thing, back to back, same combination, 2 times in a row.
And honestly, at this point, I haven't seen anything that Chris Bennett is bringing to this table. It's kind of been a one-sided from here to the beginning.
You can tell Bennett's fatiguing because now when Eric walks him down, he's not just throwing into him.
Oh, there's a
there was
nice
a nice
combination. Eric says no. No, sir.
Eric
We're
hurt
good. Yeah.
That's a nice jab to the body from Eric.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot. If he takes one down low and brings one right back up top, that's a really fun, tricky combination. Opens up that body back up. Chris is just pushing those shots. He does not want to get hit
Nasty work
anymore.
to the body. Big, deep breaths from Chris Bennett there.
Oh, and again with that jab to the body, that was hard.
Yeah, and I think that's why that he's staying in that hunched over position, Bennett. He's really feeling those body shots, man.
Eric Mann has more of a chance to put Bennett away to the body than he does to the head.
He does, because every time he gets hit,
he's hurt to the body right now.
He doesn't like it.
He's hurt to the
Eric
body.
Mann finish? We got 1 minute left. Can he get a count? That's a little low on a couple of those. But, hey, he's bobbing and weaving. Oh, the cage. Yep. I'll tell you what, it is so different being in the cage than the ring. When you're in a corner, you can get away with the pullbacks with the chin up, but if you get clipped and then your head bounces off the cage, that's a whole nother feeling that we as boxers aren't usually used to. It's got about 30 seconds left here in round number 3. Are we going to see a round 4?
Bennett showed a lot of heart getting up there. I didn't think he was going to.
Because he got hurt to the body and there were several hard shots landed upstairs.
Yes, but look, his jab's working, but he's got to be careful. Yeah, them hands are getting nice and low, shooting from the hips.
And as tired as Bennett is, you know that little voice in his head saying, you know,
big
you don't
shot,
need to get
big
back
shot,
up.
big
there
shot.
was another big one.
This is knee. Matt Jones says you need to protect yourself.
Get him, Eric.
10 seconds left.
Big heart
Eric can end
from
this
Bennett
fight.
from just hanging in there.
Man, are they going to give it the round? They did. We're going on to round 4?
I thought we might have had
was a buzzer beater.
Bennett was on his way out of there, I think.
I mean, if we would have even had 10 more seconds, there
I
would
think
have
we
been
would have at least seen
a count.
an 8.
Yeah, and
it's gonna
Matt
take,
Jones was not liking what he was seeing.
It's going to take a lot of heart for Bennett to answer the bell.
Yeah, you're right.
He's so tired. And I'm telling you, fatigue makes cowards of us all. I truly believe that. It's so tough to find the will to keep fighting when you don't have anything left.
And I'll tell you what, let's look at it another way too. Statistically, he's down 3 rounds. I mean, he's a knockout. If he doesn't feel confident that he can go get a knockout, should he take more damage or should he just accept?
I will say the first round was close, but I think,
But you think he did enough to win it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think Eric won enough, but I think he did enough that somebody might give it to him.
Might give it to him. I see.
We see a big
know.
smile on Zach Wild's face in the corner of Eric Mann. Zach Wild, who just won the...
So he didn't come out, or the referee called it?
I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see.
The referee seems to be the referee is stopping it. But
Eric wanted that finish. He's unhappy.
Yeah.
How's it feel to be a pro? Hey. Good work, Eric. Eric, defense is good tonight.
Not the way Eric Mann wanted to win, I don't think, but good show and respect for both of these guys.
I mean, he got a finish. Technically. The referee stoppage is still a finish.
It goes on paper that way, that's for sure.
Yeah. But it's going to be a TKO probably.
Yeah, I think he wanted the highlight. I think he wanted to.
That's fair.
He wanted that last little hump.
Yeah.
And it was so close he could taste it at the end of that end of that third round.
Yeah, he gonna watch it back though. He gonna be like, okay, I did a good job.
And we see Eli Atkins taking the gloves off of Chris Bennett.
Are we to the intermission? Not yet.
2 more.
2 more. All right.
Unless it may potentially move because of the
losing
because of the drop fights, we'll see. Eli Atkins is doing like a Wakigatami arm lock.
Pop his shoulder out, boys.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Jeez. Oh, he's in there.
Yeah, you gotta get the tape.
Take the tape off. Gonna make him untake his own gloves off.
I don't know who that other guy is in their corner that's bigger than Eli Atkins. Now he's taking a crack at pulling that glove off.
Oh, wait, is that not the guy he just said? Odin?
It probably is. That was before
Odin,
my time. Yeah.
Super heavyweight or heavyweight champ at one point. James, is that right?
Sounds right. I know Odin. That's the only part I
Odin
remember.
is definitely the last name or first name. We're not really sure.
And we see Elijah Thacker in the cage now.
Oh yeah.
Congratulating Eric. Good work by the guys at Tartarus. I was about to say before we saw that the fight ended that Zach Wilds won the heavyweight black belt division of the Nogi at Butch's tournament last week.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout was called to a stop due to a fighter being sick in the corner. Your winner by TKO, the end of round 3, Chris, in it to win it, Bennett.
Ladies and gentlemen, our apologies. I did not realize that's what happened. No wonder Eric looked disappointed. That makes more sense now. Wow.
Check.
Keith.
Wow, that was really unexpected. I didn't see.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner.
If any bodily excrement other than spit comes out of your mouth, if you go the other end or you vomit, it's over.
Chris,
you're done.
I know that's probably not the way you wanted to win the fight.
Amateurs
you fought with
and
a ton of heart.
That is
against a very tough guy, and
he
got sick in the corner. What are your thoughts?
I've seen people.
I fought 5-0 guys. I fought good guys that are undefeated. He was the best one yet. I respect him. He gave me the best fight I've had. If he would have had it in one more round, he probably would have had me.
You hung in there and you showed a ton of heart there at the end of the round. Nothing to hang your head about, Chris. A lot of good work. Everybody give it up for your winner. Well done, Chris.
Give it up for Eric Mann too, man. He's a great fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Bennett makes his way into the win column.
We're
as
about
a
to have a
professional.
Keith No versus Elijah Smackdown. He just hit him with that clipboard so hard.
Wow. So yeah, Eric's reaction after makes sense.
It does make sense because I'm like, why is he so upset? You know.
I wondered why the referee had stopped it because the referee went over there and you saw Eli kind of motion him away early.
And when he fell off the stool, that also confused me because I was like, maybe he was like, oh my gosh, did I really just win this?
Yeah.
That was chaotic.
Environmental Construction Services, Dutch Miller Auto, Momentum Pipeline, Lorison Pools and Spas, and Drip Beard Oil. Drip Beard Oil is selling a lot of merch back in the corner, including J.R. Cochran shirts and other merch. All right, DJ, let's bring out the next fight.
That shook me all the way up. I'm just, I don't even know what to say.
I'm disoriented.
Yeah, threw a wrench in everything. But that's what's crazy about the sport that we love so much. Anything can happen. Finishes can happen behind any turn, any rule, anything. Why, this is entertainment right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the cage for his MMA debut, Gunnar Cox.
So Gunnar Cox, I have him fighting out of Owensboro, Kentucky at Caliber Boxing. This is his MMA debut. Once again, this is a middleweight MMA match at 185 pounds, set for 3 2-minute rounds. Everybody, we got Mike Shepard in the house. The Dawghouse Gym and New Line Cagefighting teaming up for this event today.
Professional boxer and former professional kickboxer as well, fought K1.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Career from Mike Shepard.
ESPN posted him not too long ago for the fastest spinning heel kick knockout. Did you see that video?
I didn't see it. We get reposted. Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, to see Mike move like that, it was like 4 seconds into the fight, dude just kind of circles off, and Mike just boom, this guy's down.
Yeah, Mike was one of the original high-level pros from West Virginia.
Yeah. And walking out next from our Dutch Miller red corner, we have Josh Sullivan.
Also making his debut tonight.
Yes, fighting on a Coalition MMA. They were on the last show, correct? We didn't know them as well then, but they made a name for themselves. Yeah, they made a name for themselves at our last show.
He's got the high-vis walkout shirt on. He's got it on his shorts as well. I wonder, he might potentially a coal miner.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah.
J.R. Cochran in the corner again.
Busy man before a fight. I don't know if I could do it.
Jordan Clark in there as well.
Yep.
He's also fighting later tonight.
But hey, maybe that helps you keep your mind off of it.
Number 7 on the night, this MMA bout is brought to you by All Tech Environmental Construction Services. This contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the NLC middleweight division. Fighting first out of the blue corner, the Momentum Pipeline blue corner. He's making his amateur MMA debut. He stands 6 feet 4 inches, weighing in 186 pounds. He fights at the Caliber Boxing Club in Owensboro, Kentucky. Presenting Gunnar Cox. And fighting out of the Dutch Miller Auto red corner, he's a mixed martial artist making his amateur debut. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in 186.4 pounds. He fights out of Coalition MMA and hails from Hughes Creek, West Virginia. Presenting Josh Sullivan. When the action begins, the referee in charge of the octagon, Sean Spath.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, ladies, keep an eye on that blue corner fighter, Gunnar Cox. He making his debut, but he's had a lot of smokers. His mother was a professional fighter, so was his uncle. It's in his blood. We're going to see what he's got here.
Sullivan
Nice
shoots it on a
balance.
kind of a
Good
high crotch
work.
double leg almost.
Ooh,
Beautiful
big
knee to
knee.
the body. But it went low. Looks like it
Did
went
it?
a little bit
Yeah.
low.
He took it like a champ, though. He wasn't going to stop for real.
Good work by Sean Spath.
Yeah. Well.
I do like the coal miner shorts. Billy Poe gives us a comment in the live. Happy to see Billy Poe. Miss you, Billy.
Billy Poe's a legend himself.
One of my favorite fighters to watch at NLC.
Been all over the world doing this stuff. Got a lot of respect for that man. Good to see you watching, my friend. And tough, so tough. I love watching Billy fight. It's been a while.
And beautiful technician. His jiu-jitsu's beautiful, too. I went back and watched his old MMA fights.
Yeah, as good as a jiu-jitsu artist as he is, though, he's a great boxer as well. Love watching him box.
He was a spectacular
His fight
boxer.
with Brandon Conley, he lost, but he showed so much heart.
It was a draw, sir.
Hey, oh, yeah, and because he came back. I remember now. My apologies.
Good work by Cox. Oh, he falls right into a triangle now.
Bad news. If he can get this angle, he's in
got
trouble.
legs. Good job on the pickup from Sullivan.
This is good work from Sullivan, staying safe, and now he's going to rain down some shots.
And he's kind of trying to set up maybe an Americana from bottom. He needs to watch what he's doing with that arm. He's going to get arm triangled. You need to be very, very careful with that right arm, does Cox.
Sullivan's doing exactly what he needs to do here. He just needs to try to start working past that guard.
Cox looking for a chin strap. It looks like he's trying to set up a guillotine from here. Good framing of the face by Sullivan, though. He's having none of that guillotine. Good off balance from the bottom, though.
Even if you know you're not going to get the guillotine, though, it's so good to stop the damage from half guard, at least to wrap that head there.
Oh, big shot by Sullivan there. Oh, just misses as he stands.
Yeah.
Cox looks calm and composed,
But
though.
he does, yeah, doing a great
And
job.
that's that
picking it
experience
together.
he's got with all those smokers. You
Big
can see
slip
he's
from
been there,
Cox.
done that.
Oh,
Sullivan
this
falls.
is big.
Now he's trying to triangle himself.
Yep.
But no, he's not got that angle yet. He's trying to tighten it. Now he's pulling the foot down.
Very difficult with the shin guards.
I'd like to see him grab the shin instead of the foot. He's putting so much pressure on his own foot there.
I don't think he has enough time.
Or enough space with his head on the cage. That's a tough spot to get anything done with your head pressed up against the cage from guard.
Well, that was back and forth for a second there.
That was a wild round.
What happened?
I think
both guys almost fell into triangles.
Well, I think
Sullivan landed the hardest
Sullivan
shot.
was on top longer. He did more damage.
Yeah.
So I think, Sullivan by a hair.
I would not be shocked to see that round go to Cox, though, because Cox also landed a hard ground and pound shot at the end there.
I think Sullivan landed several, though. When he was in top guard, there for a moment, after he escaped the triangle, he landed some big shots.
He did.
But good work from Cox to get back to his feet and make something happen on his end. And I wonder there if that's his mother, who was a professional fighter herself, there in his corner.
I wondered that. It appears to be to me.
She definitely seems to know what she's doing there in the corner.
Cut man Eric Swan over there as well. Trying to figure something out.
Something's happening there in the blue corner. Something's wrong here, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks like the physician's coming in to take a look at something. I don't know if we have a cut. Sullivan should be taking big, deep, controlled breaths and calming himself down.
He's too excited. He's fired up. He doesn't want this fight to end, though. You see, he almost looks worried.
Yeah. He's trying to see what's going on. The fight is over, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Spath calls a stop to the contest.
And I wonder what happened there. I'm sure Cox was game. There's got to be some kind of injury going on there in the blue corner.
It looked to me like maybe something with the eye. I'm not certain.
Josh Sullivan. Sean Sullivan is an official in Kentucky, of course.
Who's the scariest person in all of Kentucky, as far as I can tell.
Josh Sullivan, though, impressive debut. Really back and forth fight against a guy who Keith No just told me in the cage. That's what we were talking about was, Mr. Cox. He could be the future of this division. That's what Keith was saying.
Maybe they finished it because that goose on his eye.
Had a lot of hype around him.
The doctor
and
has
he came
called
up
a
short
stop
here.
to the
I'm sure
bout
we'll
due
see.
to injury at the end of round number 1. Your winner, red corner, Josh Sullivan.
Baby, love y'all. Yes, sir.
Hey, come here, interview, baby. Josh, how you feeling, man?
I feel great, man. God bless.
How did you see this fight going?
A little bit longer. I thought I was going to be able to catch it with the overhand a lot. He's really quick, a lot faster than I thought he was going to be, but no problem.
Any final shout-outs?
Shout out to my family. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my nana, my girlfriend, everybody. Shout out to my team. We train out of a garage, and it's just what we do. God bless. Love y'all.
Absolutely. Give it up to Josh Sullivan, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we've got Grayson Hostetter and Bobby Johnson.
Now I'm shocked that you're not over there in the corner. I know you've retired, haven't you?
Josh moving to 1-0.
Ground zero for
all right.
6 or 8 months. So
they kicked you out.
We'll thank one more time before we go into our title fight up next.
Bobby's.
We want to thank our sponsors: Joel Baker Law, All Tech Environmental Construction Services, Dutch Miller Auto, Momentum Pipeline, Lorison Pools and Spas, Drip Beard Oil, and Tippy's Tavern of South Charleston, who is hosting our after party tonight. Tippy's. All right. Up next, we got lightweight kickboxing championship. Bobby Johnson is defending the belt. DJ, let's bring these guys out.
And I think on paper, these guys are fairly similar fighters.
Yeah, I think stylistically, yeah.
They're very technical. Both guys are technical. They're sharp. It's a very good title match. Bobby Johnson, though, is so old. He's so old, and he's so sick. And he defies the laws of nature.
Bobby is in better shape than I have ever been in.
Bobby Johnson's career
remarkable.
is just laughing in the face of God.
You know, I remember when Bobby first told us that he wanted to fight, and he was 39. We were like, all right, we'll see. And he showed us.
When he first came to you and told you that, did you take him seriously? Did you think
I took
he
him
meant
seriously before that. I took him seriously because of the way he trained.
Because he killed Saddam Hussein. You knew he was a war hero. You knew this guy's no joke. He's a little nuts.
Well, a little bit of that as well. I mean, I will say that Bobby never, ever looked nervous before a fight, right? Well, because he's been nervous for much more impactful fights, that involve people dying.
Yeah.
Right? So his debut was one of the smoothest. Him and Luke Lego had Lego. I'm still messing your name up, Luke. I apologize. You're one of my Italian brethren. They had the two most impressive debuts of anybody I've ever worked with. So, and I don't mean to talk all about Bobby during Grayson Hostetter's walkout.
And now we see
VO2 team.
Joey Studer. We see Mr. Taylor. And I have missed Joey Studer. Beautiful men from VO2. Always attractive, well-kept. And Grayson Hostetter stepping into the ring there, into the Momentum Pipeline blue corner. And he has such a great team around him. Those guys at VO2 are the real deal. Yeah. You know, I've known them for a long time.
We didn't see them around New Line for a little while. I'm glad to have them back.
Yeah. And one thing I've always liked about VO2 is they always travel in a pack. You can really just feel the unity. Like, on one fights, there's 3, 4, 5, 6 of them hanging out. It's pretty cool.
And that's what a real camp should be. You see that with Category 5. You see that with all the real deal gems. They're coming out in force.
Oh,
Same
gosh.
thing, Ground Zero. Same
Talk about
thing.
Hybrid's line of hugs.
And we've got Eli Hawkins and Jeremy in his corner. Jeremy will be fighting Brendan Conley.
Jeremy, very tough man.
Yeah.
Very dangerous man.
Him?
I haven't. I've heard he's a monster. I've heard everybody say he's a monster. You've told me about him, and quite a few other people have been telling me about Jeremy. I'm excited to see him fight.
Jeremy's been around for a long time. He's a professional. He's a purple belt under Butch, I believe.
Now, is that boxing, him and Conley? Or
him and Conley is boxing. So
very exciting matchup. And I could tell, my wife actually got to sit with Jackie and your crew there during one of the last events, and she was telling me about him. She's like, that guy knows what he's talking about.
He is. He knows what he's talking about. He's a spectacular training partner for everybody, all the way from Griffin up to Eli. He's just a great asset to have around the gym.
And Eli Hawkins, he's one of my favorite people in the sport. Much more of a favorite than you are, of course. Much better looking.
Number 8 on the night. This kickboxing match is brought to you by Joel Baker Law. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds for the NLC Featherweight Kickboxing Championship. Fighting first, out of the Momentum Pipeline blue corner, he's a kickboxer with an undefeated record. He stands 5 feet, 8 inches. He weighed in 145 pounds, fighting out of VO2 Fitness in Newark, Ohio, Grayson Hostetter.
And we are brought to you by Joel Baker Law.
And fighting Out of the red, the Dutch Miller out of the red corner. He's a kickboxer with a record of 5-1. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in 145 pounds. He fights out of Ground Zero, Morgantown. He hails from Kingwood, West Virginia, presenting your NLC featherweight kickboxing champion, Bobby the Crypt Keeper Johnson.
Hey guys, we went over the rules in the locker room. Make sure you obey my command at all times. Do you have any questions? All right, let's get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're squaring up for this featherweight kickboxing title fight.
And here we go with this wonderful title matchup, Grayson Hostetter versus Bobby Johnson.
We see Bobby using a little bit of forward pressure there. Nice kick to the body lands from Bobby.
Nice little in mid-range, little short choppy. I like that.
Bobby doing a good job with those low kicks. He landed a couple nice right hands to the body, and there it was again. Nice push kick there.
Ooh, that was a big slam on his head. Ouch.
He fell hard, ladies and gentlemen, missing that high kick.
I think he's maybe wearing some damage on his shin as well. Bobby's putting pressure on him.
Dude, Bobby's doing a fantastic job.
Kick.
Just piecing things together, punches, kicks, high volume. But our blue corner is still fighting back.
Yeah, Grayson doing a good job trying to get him out of there with push kicks, but Bobby's doing a good job.
I love how Bobby's following everything with that low kick.
Oh,
he's chopping that lead leg down.
I know it.
And Bobby's this is the best forward pressure offense I've ever seen out of Bobby.
Yeah, usually he starts a little bit slower than this.
No, he ain't slow for anything. He's sprinting through this one, man. He's looking fantastic. Ooh.
Oh my God, he's going to stop him with low kicks if he keeps it up.
That tenacity is about to win him.
He's shaking his head at that low kick. He's not liking that, ladies and gentlemen.
Eli's calling for him to chop it.
Oh, nasty work from Bobby Johnson.
1 minute and 15 seconds into the first round.
Puts him down with a low kick.
And we thought he might get a low kick stoppage at that fight in Parkersburg as well.
Hey, and you know that leg's just going to start feeling worse and worse as this fight goes on. Oh, man. What does he do now? What does our blue corner do to bring it back?
That's going to take away those push kicks that he was using as well.
If I'm Hostetter, I'm thinking about maybe switching stances.
What about more offense here?
He's definitely got to do something. He's got to do something, and he's got to start checking him.
Oh,
he's not checking him.
Switch stances or something. Woo!
And Bobby's doing such a good job of keeping him on his back
there
foot.
He checks that one. That was excellent work from Hostetter. But
Again, yeah.
Man, nasty. Mean old man you are, Bobby Johnson.
Wow.
That's the kind of offense and aggression I wanted to see out of Bobby tonight.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Sean Spath has seen enough.
Bobby Johnson. The old man is back, and he is stopping people with low kicks now. What more can you ask from this guy? 42 years old, still at the top. He's a champion. He defends his belt. Beautiful work from Bobby Johnson.
Why slow down at this point? Oh, my goodness. Big hug from the coaches and his opponent.
I'm kind of shocked I didn't get yelled at by the Athletic Commission for climbing over their table, but I was a little excited.
You know, I feel like the longer the night goes on, the friendlier they get.
Sorry.
Most of the time.
Spectacular performance by Bobby. That's maybe the fastest I've seen somebody get a drop with a low kick. And I think...
Dude, I believe it.
It looked like Grayson's shin was maybe wearing some damage from a check earlier on, because even before the big onslaught of kicks, I saw him favoring that leg a little bit. When he fell down off of the slip on the high kick, I saw him kind of limping a bit as he was getting up, which that might have also been from another low kick early.
I would love to see, like, I wish we had some way to record the stats and, like, the punch count. Like, that's one thing I do love about the UFC. Dude, how many kicks he probably threw in 1 minute that landed cleanly? Like,
and good, a lot of hard punches. Yeah, for a less than 2 minute fight, that's got to be like the record for
that's
significant
strikes.
strikes.
That's the most powerful, significant strikes, accurate strikes I've seen in a new Line Kickboxing match ever.
Bobby is a spectacular student. Bobby started training with us in, I believe, 2018.
Yeah.
He trained the way he should have, had the right attitude from day one. And that's what's brought him to here. I mean,
and that's what's so
not only has he won a title
rare.
in his 40s, he's probably close to 45 now.
Yeah.
Right? And he's not only won a title, he's defended it against a solid title challenger here tonight.
It's amazing.
I apologize. You're getting a little bit of homerism because Bobby's, one of my students that I've spent a lot of hours with. I'm happy to see him do well.
No, hey, listen, I'm right there for cheering with all the guys. Man, it's all love. And we go to Keith No for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout was stopped at 2 minutes, 11 seconds in round 1. TKO from leg kicks. And still, your champion, Bobby Johnson.
Very emotional victory there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Eli Thacker standing by to get us a little Q&A with our champ.
And you'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, Bobby doesn't throw like the classical Thai-style round kicks. He throws some more of the karate style taekwondo that I worked with him a lot
Give
on.
it up for the old man. Give it up for Bobby Johnson. My friend, you've come a long way since we started here. We saw you back at New Line 6. Even though you were old, you were brand new. And here we are a few years later, and you've got that belt. How do you feel?
Feel wonderful. Finally got that title defense too. What's the Forrest Griffin say? You're not a real champion until you defend that belt. It's still mine.
It's still his, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how you do it. I said in the commentary, your entire career is just defiance in the face of God. You shouldn't be doing this at 42 years old. What made you decide to keep doing it? 43 now. So what made you decide to go on this path?
Fun, really. Just wanted to test myself and have a good time with it. It's been a blast. I'm going to try to keep doing it too.
Well, did you ever imagine making it this far, becoming a champion?
Honestly, no. I didn't think I'd ever be getting a belt or anything like that. It's all been palate testing myself, and here I am.
Now, we've seen nasty knockouts from you before, but I think this is the most vicious performance we've ever seen. You stop a guy in round 1 with low kicks. Talk us through it before you go.
I seen when you saw something in his posture when we were out here that I hurt him in the leg pretty early with one of those kicks. So I just went with it. Dre's a good fighter. That's why I took the fight. I would never fight somebody that wasn't going to be a good fight at this point in my career. But I saw what happened. I saw I could hurt him. He's very hard with his kicks from what I've seen. I wanted to take that out of the equation, and that's what we did.
So tell me, what's next for you, Bobby? You're old. You're so old. I can't stress that enough to all you people, how old this man is. What are you going to do next? You going to defend this belt again?
I'll defend it. Maybe I'll try to win another one in MMA. Who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for one of the best men I know in this sport. One of my friends, Bobby Johnson, the Crypt Keeper.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're going to make our way to a brief intermission here off of that spectacular title defense performance from Bobby Johnson. Did a good job. He talked a lot about using good forward pressure to keep Grayson Hostetter on his back foot, and he was able to do that, really keep, unfortunately for Grayson.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Logan Spilak here. He was supposed to fight tonight. He had 2 different opponents back out on him today. He's got a few words to say.
Honestly, man, I was really ready to fight today. I really was. And Jordan Patterson, that's who I was originally supposed to fight. I think he is the softest motherfucker to ever step in New Line. I think he's the biggest fucking pussy to step in here. And Stephen Thompson is for you to back up wherever you are in here. I was really ready to fight you too, and I think you're soft. I think you're soft as shit. Where you at? Yeah, he's a bitch. He's soft, both of them are soft, and they won't fight me. They're scared. So maybe give me somebody in here who's not soft.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, we had 2 people ready to fight. One of them didn't show up. The other one, minutes before the bout, left. So, All right, we're going to take a brief intermission. We've already started the counter. We'll give the judges about 10 minutes, and we will be back. We have some pro fights and a lot of title fights still to go.
In the chat, I can see. Yeah, we have a brief intermission going on. We're going to be back here shortly.
All right, and we are back. Wonderful. New Line Cagefighting 42 brought to you by Joel Baker Law and Alltech Environmental Construction Services. Also, Lorison Pools and Spas and Drip Beard Oil. If you want to let it rip, you better have the Drip Beard Oil. Lorison Pools and Spas.
Timmy Lyons making his way into the Momentum Pipeline blue corner.
Take a dive into combat sports with Lorison Pools and Spas.
That's the only time take a dive has been used in a positive connotation.
What about Olympic diving? All right, Timmy Lyons comes in with a 2-3 record. 22 years old. He's standing at 5'7", fighting out of Moorhead, Kentucky. And Tim Lyons, he's got quite a bit of experience. You know, he's a striker. Most of it, both of his wins have come by way of strikes. And even though he's got a couple of losses, the guy's got a ton of experience against very tough guys. And I think that's going to pay dividends in this fight. And he's stepping in against, of course, Jerome Whitfield. Now, Jerome Whitfield, 23 years old, but coming in at 6'5". Absolute, very tall man for the
weight class
especially. Yeah. You definitely don't see many 6'5"ers at this weight. And if he can learn to use his range, we saw him come up short back in, September. But I think he has a lot of potential.
I agree. And he's coming out to one of their greatest walkout songs of all time, a la BJ Penn, the great Phil Collins. If you don't
Shout
like Phil
out to
Collins,
BJ Penn,
we don't like you.
Going through a rough time himself, it sounds like.
Yeah. Let's just remember the good times with BJ. Hopefully that all works out with the people that have cloned his mother and are trying to kill him.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. This is great pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. We get to hear Colin Caprini.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now bout number 9. This MMA contest is brought to you by Drip Beard Oil and Tippy's Tavern of South Charleston, who's hosting the after party. 216 7th Avenue, South Charleston, West Virginia. 25303 Tippy's Tavern. This contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the NLC lightweight division. Fighting first, out of the Momentum Pipeline blue corner, he holds a record of 2 wins and 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches, weighing 158.6 pounds. He hails from Portsmouth, Ohio, by way of Moorhead, Kentucky. Timmy Loose Screw Lyons. And fighting out of the Dutch Miller Auto red corner, he's a mixed martial artist with a record of 1 win and no losses. He stands 6 feet 5 inches, weighing in 156.8 pounds. He fights out of the Concrete Coliseum, and he hails from Charleston, West Virginia. He's a former basketball and lacrosse player at Capitol High School, Jerome Whitfield. Where action begins, the referee in charge of the octagon is Matthew Jones. Or is that Joe Rogan? Can't tell.
Come on, Timmy. Oh, what's up, Dylan? Dylan. Ain't no stay out of that range.
Jerome here can maintain that distance, but man, he's coming in fast and hard with some body work. Keeping it just to some solid striking, and it's not
Whitfield
looking
coming
very
out
good.
like a house on fire, and he already drops.
Oh my God!
Lyons, and he's putting it on him.
We might
It's
see a
looking like it's
stoppage.
over, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
Oh, very sweet of him checking in like that, sportsman.
Jerome Whitfield,
wow,
gets the hard-earned victory.
Congratulations!
Coming off the first fight with a loss, comes in here like a house on fire and puts Timmy Lyons away.
Completely overwhelmed him.
Yep.
Beautiful standing ground and pound finish. Good show of respect by both gentlemen.
Timmy Lyons gives it up to him.
I look forward to seeing Timmy Lyons back in again. I was really impressed with the first time I saw him fight was with Joe Eggleston.
Timmy Lyons, back to the drawing board. I'm sure we'll see him again, but it's a tough out fighting a guy that height when you're a 145er.
Yeah.
I mean, Becca, we were talking about it before you came back. How many 145ers do you see that are 6'5"?
0. Actually, I know a 145er who boxes. He's 6'4".
I'm trying to think there was a...
Ladies and gentlemen!
But it's very rare.
The referee's
I
called
can't even
stop
think of anybody
to
at the
about
UFC
27
level.
seconds into round number 1. Your winner by TKO, Jerome Whitfield.
Jerome Whitfield, how's it feel to get this win, man?
So it feels great. My fault in the hometown. Performing in front of my family, man. I could have asked for something better. I ain't even gonna lie. God is good. Whoever's next, man, it's what's up, man.
All right. Jerome Whitfield, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Any last shout-outs or anything, man?
Shout out to Country Coliseum. Shout out Burnett. Shout out me. Shit.
Excellent work. Great, quick fight to start back after the intermission. Next up, we've got one of your favorite matches of the night, Stephen Carney.
Oh my goodness, this one's going to be
versus
crazy.
Thomas Kinchin. Now, tell me about these two.
Who do we start with? I guess blue corner since we're walking out first. We got Stephen Carney. He is from Moundsville, West Virginia. He fights for the Bullpen Fight Club alongside people like Paige McAbee, Michael Kidwell, a couple other great guys out of that team. They're coached by Ronell Green. He's their main coach. They got a couple other coaches that they work with up there. But Stephen Carney is no stranger to boxing in the slightest. He is 3-1 sanctioned fights and 11-4 tough man. So a combined total of 14-5. Very, very good odds. He is used to that tough man style, though, so I think when I looked at his record, this will be his very first 3-minute fight.
That'll be an interesting challenge.
Yeah.
Now, there's one thing I'm certain of is anybody that's coming from the bullpen is well prepared. The bullpen is actually one of our affiliates of Ground Zero Morgantown in Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay, nice.
Their head black belt I learned a lot from is a guy by the name of Thomas Hastings. And they have had high-level boxers and high-level MMA fighters for a day. I mean, there was a time when they were far and away the best mixed martial arts gym in West Virginia. I think over a win ratio, they probably are still number one or very close to it.
You see Carney there. Already holds one belt, looking to pick up another here tonight.
And I'll tell you what, this fight stylistically is going to be fun because both of these guys typically fight the same way. They put their head down and they come forward and they throw punches. So I'm excited to see if there's been any game plans kind of put together and we get to see those unfold.
And Stephen Carney steps into the ring, and this man steps into the ring with a lot of experience.
He looks like a big, strong man for this weight class. This is 168 pounds.
And now we see Thomas Kinchin getting ready to make his way to the Dutch Miller red corner.
Yeah, Thomas Kinchin trains out of Thrive Tribe Boxing under the coaching of BJ Robinson, plus and minus a few other coaches we have over there. Now, Thomas's rap sheet is extensive, but I did do some research to find all the stats, and I wanted to share. Hopefully I can get through it all. Thomas was a USA boxer as a child. He has had at least 40 fights in USA boxing. He was a Kentucky State Junior Olympic champion in 2012 to 2016. Region 5 Regional Junior Olympic champ again in 2012 through 2016. In 2014, he was a ringside world champion runner-up. Kentucky State Silver Gloves champ. Also 2012 to 2016, he won a Tri-State Golden Gloves as well in 2014, 2015. He took a nice long break. He is also an active firefighter, so while he's not boxing, he's fighting fires. Fun fact about him. This is just his second fight back, and probably, 2015 was his last time fighting, so it has been a while.
Decade.
Yeah.
He looked spectacular in that first fight back.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Was that not an up and down fight?
I really like his forward pressure. You see he's got a lot of that USA boxing style.
Yes.
It looks like we're going to see a significant height differential here, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at bout number 10 of the night. This boxing match is brought to you by Lorison Pools and Spas. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds for the vacant NLC Super Middleweight Championship. Fighting out of the Momentum Pipeline blue corner, he's a boxer with an amateur record, 14 wins, 5 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in 167.8 pounds. He fights at a Ballpen Fight Club in Moundsville, West Virginia, presenting Stephen Carnage Carney. And fighting out of the Dutch Miller Auto red corner, he's a boxer with an official record of 3-2, unofficially about 40 more than that. He fights. He stands 5 feet 8 inches, weighing in 166 pounds. He fights out of Thrive Tribe Boxing in Lexington, Kentucky, presenting Thomas Kinchin.
One thing that's worth noting here is I think we see a pretty significant size differential.
All right, win over everything in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey back commands at all
Kinchin's
times.
definitely going to have to work his way into the inside.
It's this close to Kinchin's walk around.
So Kinchin is, before we had this fight scheduled, I would say he's walking about 175. But he's been cutting weight all his life, so big weight cuts he's no stranger to. But on the day before fight day, he was like 168.9. And then on fight weigh-in day, he was 166.2. So he's definitely on his way down in weight. This is definitely not his final weight.
Carney looks to me like a big man for this weight class.
And
he looks to me like he cut 10% of his body weight.
He's got a very long jab as well. It's going to be tough.
Now, Kinchin's very good at using movement to get inside, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
That's been part of our game plan. Thomas is usually come forward and go get him, but so is Steven. So we're like, okay, let's let him come to you. Be patient, pick your shots, pick your counters.
That was a good jab.
And use good head movement, which so far, he's doing a great job of being nice and patient.
Oh,
Nice.
beautiful right hand follows up that jab.
Yep, and not rushing. Staying right outside Steven's range, but working his way in when he can.
He slips the jab of Carney.
Carney doing a good job of keeping volume, though. He's being consistent with that, but he just needs to be careful not to get timed.
Beautiful little combination there lands for Kinchin.
That was probably like a 6-punch flurry.
Yeah, the inside work, I think we're going to see favor Kinchin. He's very good in tight. Although we did see him get cracked in that last fight.
But I will say, Carney's doing a really good job of being smart. You can see he's not trying to rush in. He's picking his shots.
I think Kinchin has a significant speed advantage.
Oh, yeah. He's got to be careful, though. He's getting that chin touch just a little bit.
That jab landed perfectly from Kinchin. Caught him right on the butt.
Good. Double hook, sticks the tongue out. Thomas is feeling himself right here, man. Look at that head movement, man. Thomas is world class.
Oh, beautiful combination with the left hook.
Yeah, and he is feeling good.
One thing I will say, though, is I think Carney probably carries a little more power than the last guy that Kinchin fought, who was able to hurt him. So I think he's definitely got to mind his P's and Q's, but he's doing very well right now.
To turn the tide here.
It really does, and we saw what Isaiah was able to do. That was just a few punches. Thomas needs to be careful on his escapes, making sure he's working, but he's exiting safely.
That right hand's money from Kinchin so far. he keeps sneaking it in right over the top.
Man, I'll tell you what, though, this is high-level boxing so far, honestly, on both ends.
This could very easily
It
be
looks
a pro
like
fight.
that's exactly what I was going to say.
100%.
It definitely looks like a pro fight.
And very well, this should be the title for this weight class. I love the gold
Oh,
gloves.
that was a
Thomas
nasty
lands a
right hand,
clean
and that
right
hurt him.
hand. But he needs to make sure he reserves.
You saw the knees buckle for a moment there.
He's having a lot of fun in there, but I don't think he's really. I don't think Carney doesn't seem to be rattled at all.
No, he doesn't. And he's still keeping that cool and calm under pressure. And I think one biggest advantage Carney has is his durability and his toughness. That has been tested throughout his whole career. So you can't really put somebody like that out very easily. Good work in the mid-range from both gentlemen. Carney leaving that head out there just a little bit. Very nice round from both.
I think Carney's having a little bit of trouble dealing with the speed of Kinchin.
I think that's the big X factor Kinchin has. He just seems way ahead of Carney.
It'll be
Now,
interesting to see if he can maintain that.
If Carney can find that chin, though, I think he could hurt him. We've seen Kinchin hurt in the past.
Yeah.
But it's easier said than done with a guy who's looking so slick so far. Oh, Kinchin.
Like, Thomas is doing such a great job of playing outside of his range. He's not just staying in one spot. He's going left, he's going right, he's cutting in sometimes, backing up. It's a constant movement game, and he's matching that very well with his head movement.
Now tell me this, Colin. Say you're in the corner there of Carney. What are you telling him? How do you change things up to get past that speed advantage?
I think he's got to bully him a little bit more. I would even be like pushing him and off balancing him in the clinch a little bit to disrupt that footwork flows. Don't let him settle in front of you and just get more and more confident. He's doing a good job of kind of trying to wait till the flurries end and throw something at the end, and he's come close a few times. I think if he keeps doing that, eventually something might find a mark. It'll either get closer or further away from him as the fight goes on, depending on how everything shakes out.
I definitely think he's got to make it a little uglier. He's such a technical guy, but he's just getting beat to the punch so often.
Yeah, I think that's that big speed differential that we're seeing.
And I feel like he's given Thomas a lot of respect, and I think sometimes that can get in the way of fighters letting go of those hands, because they really do respect the power and skill. Nice little check hook there from Thomas. Watch the heads, gentlemen. Thomas in and out, popping some shots.
It's the rhythm of Kinchin that's winning in this fight. He's doing so well putting punches together and staying ahead of Carney.
The other thing I would say if I was in Carney's corner is stop starting the combinations.
Yeah.
Because he's behind on everyone. Kinchin slipping the first one and then landing his work.
Ooh, slip, over the top, down low. Good blocks. And Thomas relentless. He might get it done.
Huge shot from Kinchin to the body. Drops Carney. Carney gets back up, but he's done, I think, ladies and gentlemen. And that's it.
Nice.
And I'm sure, Becky, you'd like to step in there and talk to your fighter.
I guess I could go talk to him a little bit.
Excellent work from Kinchin. As you said, he's world class. Beautiful work. As an amateur, that's about as good as you get.
Yeah, that's very high level. You see that a lot when somebody that has that many amateur, like not technically amateur, whatever you call USA boxing. I think that's weird that there's
a guy who you can tell he's been boxing for a long time.
Yeah.
He understands the sport. He understands the dynamic of the sport and lightning quick hands. That's what won him the fight. He just stayed ahead, and Carney could not get back into the rhythm. Could not find anything that stopped that forward pressure and that momentum that Kinchin built up. Beautiful work. I don't think you could ask for any better performance.
No, that was close to a shutout. He ate a couple shots, but not many.
And I think there's something so satisfying about stopping a guy to the body.
Yeah.
Same thing with Bobby Johnson earlier
with leg
in the
kicks,
night.
yeah.
There's something more satisfying. I don't know, maybe not to the, layman, but if you're an experienced fighter, you see somebody that takes a lot of skill to go to the body, to go to the legs. And it's something you don't see often enough. It's something new fighters could really take notice of. Look how easily he can stop the fight if he went to the body. Carney was tough as nails.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner by TKO. 1 minute, 20 seconds into round 2. And your new champion, Thomas Kinchin.
All right, everybody. I am here with your new champ, Thomas Kinchin. Thomas, flawless performance. I mean, it was a clinic start to finish. Man, I don't know what to say. Let me give you the microphone. What's going through your head? How are you feeling about that one?
Oh, man. First and foremost, I want to thank God. Just because, again, without him, none of this is possible. Thankful so much to have this platform, just to be able to do what God has gifted me with. Again, I want to thank my coaches over at Thrive Tribe. Hey, shout out Frankfort Fire Department, by the way, baby. Let's go. We got a strap coming back to the station. But I just want to say it was an amazing training camp. Again, last time I was in here, I won, but it was a little sloppy. So we went back to the drawing board, just worked on some fundamentals, some technique, and we wanted to actually come out here and box, not just fight. So I believe we did that tonight.
Honestly, Thomas, with that performance, I feel like you put everybody on notice. Everybody's got some eyes on you. Welcome to New Line for sure. Your second fight with New Line, second finish, like you said. What's next for you? We staying at this weight? We defending this weight? You want to keep moving down? What's next?
Hey, I'm just saying right now, anyone can get it. 168, 160, 154. I'll cut whatever I need to, man. We're here to stay. Thomas Kinchin is here, and then he is here to make his name known.
Woo! Give it up, everybody, one more time. Thomas Kinchin.
Thank you.
I'm going to take this time to thank our sponsors tonight. Joel Baker Law, All Tech Environmental Construction Services, Dutch Miller Auto, Momentum Pipeline, Morrison Pools and Spas, Drip Beard Oil, and Tippy's Tavern, who is sponsoring tonight's after party. Tippy's Tavern, 216 7th Avenue, South Charleston. All right, DJ, let's bring out the next fight.
All right, next up, we got one of my picks for fight of the night. We just had a phenomenal scrap, but Edward Pway versus Chase Morgan.
And before we get started, I'll give a shout out. In the comments, we had Billy Poe. Billy Poe's running for city council in Moorhead, Kentucky. I can't think of anybody I'd rather vote for. If I didn't live outside of Kentucky, I would vote for him.
A vote for Billy Poe is a vote for America.
That is right.
That's all I've got to say about it, folks.
And now making his way into the ring, Cali King, Edward Pway.
Ooh, I'm excited for this one, boys.
One of our just favorite human beings, too. He's a great dude to talk to always.
He has such a good energy. He's so positive. He's so driven as well. You know, we've seen him have setbacks. It's not like he's not had any losses, but the guy keeps coming back stronger. I mean, we've said this time and time again. He started his career without even telling the guys he was training with, he took a fight. He just took a fight, and then he's like, hey, I've got a fight coming up. Can you train me? And they were like, what?
Yeah.
I love when we have Butch in the commentary booth for a fight where somebody has taken it on short notice and he didn't know.
Butch will dog you. He would. You don't want Butch to call your fights if he coaches you.
Pway's the man of many hairstyles we've seen too.
I'm upset that he cut the hair. He says he misses it.
Though, as driven as Pway is, as dedicated, I doubt Butch would even have a bad thing to say.
No, I don't know that I've ever heard Butch have a bad thing to say about even people he doesn't like. Butch is too nice. He's very honest, but he's definitely not negative. And now making his way into the Dutch Miller Auto red corner, Chase Morgan.
Chase Morgan, him and his brother both have such an incredible amount of potential in this sport.
Absolutely.
I tell them I can never tell them apart. I don't know which one's which. This could very well be chance. They could just swap places and not tell anybody. Maybe one of them's feeling like they got a cold or something. Just put Chance in there and don't tell anybody.
I got to be honest, I know them both and I like them both. I don't remember which one kickboxed and which one grappled last time.
Chase is the grappling champion right now, but Chance is like 190-ish, and then Chase is walks around like 160, 170. That's the only way I tell them apart.
Okay.
Because when I book them for grappling matches, that's how I figure out the difference.
And we saw him do a beautiful job against a very, very, very high-level wrestler. In that jiu-jitsu match of just keeping a brutal pace, just a complete breakneck pace. he stopped into our gym whenever we had J-Rod in for a seminar, and his style reminds me a lot of J-Rod. That just kind of dogged determination. He never stops moving. He never gives you a chance to breathe. You're always going to be working.
And you know, Chase is coming in with a 1-1 record. He's taken a loss to Griffin Key, but to fight Griffin Key in your second fight ever, that takes some guts.
And I don't know if you remember that fight, but it was competitive.
Very close, very close. And we saw his wrestling shine in that one. Griffin always struggles against wrestlers, and now we've seen him grow even more. You know, both of these guys are becoming well-rounded mixed martial artists, and I'm very high on
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now bout number 11.
This fight.
This MMA bout is brought to you by Momentum Pipeline. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the super welterweight division. Fighting first, out of the Momentum Pipeline blue corner, he's a mixed martial artist with a record of 2 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches, weighing in 177 pounds. He fights out of Butch Hiles Jiu-Jitsu in Charleston, West Virginia, by way of Lancaster, California, the Cali King, Edward Pway. And fighting out of the Dutch Miller Auto red corner, he's a mixed martial artist with a record of 1-1. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in 177 pounds. He fights out of Appalachian Combat Club. He hails from Ripley, West Virginia, presenting Chase Morgan. And when our action begins, referee in charge of the Octagon, Sean Spad.
Very excited to see how Cali King is going to deal with the wrestling prowess of Chase Morgan.
And to the gentleman in the chat, I will happily tell you that you're a fool for booing Christian Inistria versus Gage Mitchell.
Yes. Christian Inistria, one of the greatest fighters to ever step in a cage for New Line. Very high level. Future UFC, I think.
And that's the biggest thing we wondered. Is Morgan going to try to strike with Pway? And it looks as if he is. And, you know, Morgan did kickbox. He's the one. He's got a victory over Hunter Plouffe.
Yeah.
And Hunter Plouffe, we know how good he is as well.
And he did that with pace and volume and pressure as well. And that was a nice calf kick by Morgan earlier on here.
Just feeling each other out right now.
To tell you the truth, I think these are 2 of the best amateurs we've got at this weight class. This is such a good matchup.
The heights are relatively close, but because of the differences in body styles and fighting stances, Pway's got a bit of a reach advantage here, but a lot of in and out movement from
I think Pway should have the hand speed advantage as well. We've seen some absolutely blistering work when he's been in the boxing ring.
Cali King looks focused. I think he's definitely expecting the takedown.
And you know they've been preparing for that.
Mm-hmm. There it comes. There it comes.
And he's
big takedown.
He's right away into a Katagatami on the far side. Pway needs to clear that arm. Because if he
for an arm triangle here.
Yeah. He's starting to try to step over to mount. He goes into a leg drag. Actually, just for future reference for Mr. Morgan, that leg drag is actually a pretty dominant position to keep passing and setting up that arm triangle.
Yeah, Pway's definitely going to need to create some frames here to create some space.
Yeah, at this point, Morgan's just waiting for an opportunity to step over either into half or to the mount. Now
Pway's got his arm out of there, and he's got half guard.
Watch those back of the head shots.
That's good work from Pway. He's going to make it to his feet, but now can he stay there?
I believe he's
got this front face lock.
Yeah, I was going to say, I believe he's going to get shucked back down here.
And beautiful level change from Morgan.
Change into a single leg from
The timing on that was so nice.
Finished it almost like a double. Pway using that front headlock to get up. Pway's staying tight.
And now you see this is good work from Morgan circling around. Now he's going to start working toward the back and going to drag him back down.
Pway needs to let go of that Kimura grip
from Morgan.
You see Morgan's got that far side.
Now he's got the back. He's got one hook in.
Pway needs to stand now and try to stop the broom handle.
We only got 43 seconds left. Pway's going to have to really work on keeping one of those arms.
Good roll from Pway. Good roll. Good recovery.
That was slick work from Pway. We see blood coming out of the nose of Morgan.
Yeah, I think we got a broken nose on Morgan.
Pway staying very calm and composed here.
Yes.
A little bit wild spinning back fist attempt from Morgan.
I talked to Pway. There he goes, right back on the single.
Good job with that instep from Pway, but he's going to dump him again, I think, folks.
Yeah.
Pway did a good job, though, of
trying to
going down gracefully.
recover this guard.
He's holding that head. He's going to make it through the round here just by keeping a hold of that head and not taking too much damage.
And we saw he did a better job stopping that takedown. He did eventually get taken down, but he made Morgan work for it that time.
That was a competitive
really
round.
good round.
Morgan definitely took it with all the work from the top, but Pway definitely had some moments there.
He's making it a fight.
You know, he's hard to hold down. That's one thing. That was beautiful work getting up.
Really good roll to get out from the back control.
Yeah, almost like a victor's roll, but like, yeah.
I would have loved to know the shot that busted Jace Morgan's nose.
Probably one of the straight punches.
Either that or maybe something in the grappling exchange as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so far, Cali King having a problem dealing with the wrestling, but he's doing a lot better than I would have expected. He's doing great.
Well, it seems like, he's really struggling in the clinch, stopping Morgan from taking him down.
Yeah.
If he can keep his back off the fence and try to stop Morgan from getting a hold of him.
I'm really impressed with how not fatigued Pway is after that round.
Well, we've seen him go the distance. We've seen him with such an incredible pace as well. That's the big thing. You wonder. I feel like Morgan has incredible cardio as well, though.
Yeah,
we've seen him go the distance too.
Well, and I think Morgan has also got a style where he just keeps going when he's tired.
Yes.
I don't know that it's necessarily cardio. Cardio is a weird thing, right? It's a lot of times it's how do you have a style that you can implement when you're tired?
And he's wrestled for so long. Like, that's his bread and butter. He's not going to get as tired wrestling. Pway's probably going to get more tired dealing with the wrestling than he is wrestling.
So far, he looks a little fresher than Chase, if I had to say.
I agree.
Now, Pway has got to keep Morgan off of him. It could be a
he's
totally
gotta work
different
that
fight
range.
if he could stay out of this position. But he can't. He lands right on his head, folks. That was a nasty slam from Morgan.
Good back arch finish from Chase Morgan.
Now he's got full.
Yeah,
he's got half guard. He's got half guard.
I think Morgan needs to settle here. He needs to really be careful about losing position. Try to keep Pway on his back. Don't let him up again.
He's working for
maybe an Ezekiel.
But I would like to see him collect an underhook.
Yeah, that far side underhook's what you need there, and he's going to allow Pway to be able to get the turtle.
He could go for a Darce here.
He is setting up a Darce.
It's going to be tough to get deep on Pway. I think Pway's fairly aware of what he's going for.
Pway's doing a great job being able to get up and it creates space. Not getting held down.
Chase does a good job freeing that leg.
Got the back again.
And that's
good
another
roll. Another great
roll. Now he needs to get out of there.
He needs to stop grabbing the head. We need whizzers from Pway here.
Or whizzers or underhooks. He's got to fight for something to at least, see, and Chase is winning the head battle as well.
Yeah, he's
this
got the
is
back
beautiful
again.
work.
Now that was a good, we see him looking for that broomstick takedown from here. He's a gentleman. I would have crashed through my opponent's knee there. There we see a reverse.
Another good takedown from Chase Morgan.
Pway posted with his arm and it looked nasty there.
That was a reverse Tayatoshi, ladies and gentlemen.
I think he did that when in the first takedown in the first round. He landed awkwardly on his arm. He's got that arm triangle
as well. He's just settling, sinking deeper onto that.
His mechanics are a little off.
He's going to have to move his hips.
He's a little high. If Pway knows what he's doing, he'll be able to survive this. Pway gets a hand
he's back
in
into
there.
the mount. Yeah, he let go of it.
He's content to just land some shots here. He's postured up in full
50
mount.
seconds left in this round. We'll see if Pway can survive.
Now, what do you think about that, Colin? Do you think that choke was there if he would have just adjusted the pressure a bit?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
He had the position. He just didn't quite have the finishing mechanics.
You could tell he just didn't feel too confident.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like a good purple belt level arm triangle, but you gotta be better than that.
Yeah. I think Chase Morgan is a two-stripe blue belt at the moment right now.
I was going to say blue belt. I thought that sounded insulting.
There's a
Darce. There's a Darce. Is this going to be it?
The bite's pretty deep on it. He fell.
Oh, he's got him rolled now.
That's better.
Pway's not giving the good defensive reactions here. It'll be a matter of if Morgan can put him to sleep. I think he's going to be able to finish this.
The bite is slipping.
He's got to fight the hands.
On that bicep, though.
He's got 10 seconds left. There he goes.
Pway frees himself. Almost gets a moment of top position.
You have to think how slippery he is in that bite. You could see that bite slowly slipping away.
Yeah. It's the hardest thing, being sweaty in there, and you can't lock down on submissions as much as you could earlier in the fight.
Pway knows he needs something big here in this third and final round.
I really like it. I think, it's a little bit, you don't see it much. I like the necktie from there. I really like the Japanese necktie from there. Because it's hard to get that full bite.
It's harder to get good choking pressure on the Japanese necktie, though. It's a move that you'll get a lot of taps in the training room because people don't want their neck to be sore tomorrow.
It's a nasty
but
neck
probably
crank. If you don't get the choke right, it's a vicious neck crank, too. I like to do it the way Neil Melanson does it, though. He does it a little bit differently.
Well, you're built exactly like Neil Melanson, so that makes sense. There's only probably like 5 people that got that reference, and I think 3 of them are sitting here. But I'm interested to see what happens here, because Pway is, again, not as fatigued as you would expect him to be after this much. He's doing great. He's doing a good job of not wasting energy when he's in those grappling positions.
I think Morgan looks pretty fresh as well, though.
I think they both look pretty fresh.
So far, Pway has not been able to stop the takedown onslaught.
I will say, though, I am very impressed that he was able to escape that Darce. It looked pretty tight.
He has excellent back escapes, too. He's done that twice, that roll through. Morgan looks light on his feet here. Now he gets that.
Pway landed a nice right hook, but here, we need wizards. He can't be grabbing the head like this. This is... Butch needs to fix this.
I think Cali King went in here knowing that he was probably going to get taken down.
Now he's working the underhooks.
He's down to the hips, though. I can't see if he's got his hands together yet.
He uses Ouchi to get the off balance, but he's not able to get to finish the takedown.
Yeah, you're right, Colin. He's definitely going to have to get that wizard in.
Yeah. Pway's, despite the lack of a wizard until just now, he's been able to defend these takedowns pretty successfully in this round.
And I think we've noticed, though, most of the takedowns that Morgan landed have been the open.
Yeah.
That fence is helping Pway a bit. Now he's got the back and he's going to try to dump him here. He's going
Pway's got his hips facing, though. If I were Morgan, I would go behind him and go for that reverse Taitoshi again, or maybe a Tani Otoshi. We're seeing he's just kind of trying to dog him forward here. Pway's got that very heavy forward.
Oh, he's going to dump him again.
Nasty work from
good full back control here. Both hooks in.
Single leg.
He's going to try to flatten him out here.
Pway's doing a good job
from Chase Morgan.
Pway doing a good job getting to his side and back up.
Rear naked choke.
He's in deep, deep trouble here, though.
Can't
really tell.
Can't see the strangle arm or how close this is, ladies and gentlemen.
Ref's taking a close look.
It looks high to me.
It looks high. He doesn't have the arm on the head yet.
Over the face. Bad angle for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Good wrist ride, though.
But he's got him fully flattened out.
Now this is a bad spot for Pway. He's managed to get back to bottom mount. Can he survive?
Does a good job going to back mount.
We've got a long time here to work, though. 1 minute left, and he's in a terrible position.
Morgan's going back to that wrist ride. He's got good asymmetrical hooks here. I like the control that Morgan's playing here.
Maybe going for a Kimura.
Going for the armbar. And misses it. Terrible decision.
He took a chance.
For Morgan.
But he's going to get right back into it. He's going to get right back. That wrestling prowess is just too much for Cali King to do.
Yeah, I thought he'd made a big mistake there, but he doesn't have to pay for it because he scrambles right back to the top.
Another good roll from Cali King.
Man, Pway is a dog.
Dude.
Going right to his knees and into that squash single leg position has saved Chase Morgan 3 times in this fight.
Get out of there. Try to make something happen. And
he landed a couple big shots there.
He's trying to go for a Kimura grip here.
That's not a Kimura grip. That's closer to 100%.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. 10 seconds left in this fight. What a great performance by both guys.
Good work by Chase Morgan. He separates to land some strikes.
An amazing fight for both gentlemen.
Spectacular performance by both guys. Chase Morgan gets it done, I believe. That's pretty clear-cut in my opinion. Great, phenomenal display of that kind of dogged determination wrestling, right? And I talked about it. That's sort of that J-Rod style of even when he loses positions, he's right away back to his knees. I think I'm using J-Rod as an example, not just because we saw him at a seminar, but because I think he's probably the best example in modern combat sports of that style. And Chase Morgan does a phenomenal job tonight.
It's just such a huge X factor when you have that wrestling in your back pocket. You've been wrestling for so long. And, we know as really well that wrestling, is a little bit weaker in the state. That's one thing we've had guys run into, when they move up, they start traveling out of state and running into these high-level wrestlers. That's an issue I don't think Mr. Morgan's ever going to have. He could go so far because he's got such a good base.
I don't know what his actual level of wrestling is, but he's got good jiu-jitsu wrestling and good MMA wrestling, which in my opinion is much more important.
In this area especially, it's going to be very hard to find people to beat him. The more he keeps competing, the more experience he gains. I think we're going to see Mr. Morgan do big things, but I also believe that of Pway.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was really, really, really impressed with a lot of things Pway did.
Pway's a dog, like you say. He has no quit in him. He gets better every fight we've had. If you remember,
this is his best performance, in my opinion.
The first loss he took, he got beat by a grappler, and he didn't have any answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to these guys. They put on a great fight. After 3 rounds, your judges have come to a decision. All 3 judges have it. 30-27. For your winner, out of the red corner, Chase Morgan.
Chase Morgan, what a flawless performance, man. How are you feeling?
Dangerous.
Dangerous. Dude, the wrestling prowess was just on peak performance. I mean, how did you see this fight going? How was the training camp?
Charleston, how we doing?
He's getting better each time.
Come on, y'all, how we doing?
I mean, Chase ain't no.
Camp was tough,
I mean, if it would have been striking,
but our team's tougher. The game plan was win, and I did that, praise God.
Amazing. Any final shout-outs or anything you want to say to the crowd in Charleston here?
Yeah. Pray for Brody folks, y'all. Shout out to the C5 team. ACC has your deepest thoughts and condolences. Thank you, everyone else. You know who you are. God bless.
Amazing. Chase Morgan, ladies and gentlemen.
Chase. No qualms about that. I think he could clean up the arm triangle finishing mechanics. He was a little bit high.
I think
but other than that was good.
Very classy of him, giving a shout out to Brody Folks. We mentioned earlier.
I believe he was wearing a shirt for Brody as well.
Brody fighting for his life right now in the hospital. I think we've all got him on our minds. You know, he's a guy we've seen a lot at these events, and
I've seen him fight here many times. I got to talk to him a little bit at the Matt Brown seminar. He seems like a good human being.
Class act. He really does. And a family man. Next up, though, we've got an incredible fight. This is a title fight, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's going to be one of the best of the night. Welterweight boxing title, 147 pounds. It's going to be 3 3-minute rounds. And stepping into the Momentum Pipeline blue corner is going to be Emmanuel Manning. Emmanuel Manning started out as a tough man fighter. And was at every tough man I would see him competing, putting in the work. Now he's shifted. He's become much more technical, much more difficult to read. I think, back when I saw him, last time I got to see him compete was in September. And, we saw him fight Jimmy Two-Stroke Wingate. Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the most technical first rounds that I've seen from any amateur.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
In this region. Emmanuel has nasty lead uppercuts. That was one thing I noticed. I loved watching him work. I think he just faded because he wasn't used to, he moved from the 1-minute tough man rounds to the 2-minute rounds, but you got to see him again, Colin, recently. And I think he keeps improving.
He's better every time we see him, and for an amateur, he's got a lot of polish. I'm really looking forward to that, which, obviously his record shows it, right? He's got a lot of fights.
And I've been friends with Emmanuel on Facebook for years now. Got to know him at a tough man, the same tough man that Jacob Ray won. Emmanuel was competing, and I thought he looked phenomenal then. Thought he showed tremendous potential, and now we see him coming into his own, coming into that potential. But he has a very, very tough opponent in Jordan Clark, the reigning and defending champion.
Clark has looked spectacular in this recent comeback after a long time off.
He spent years away from the sport. I think over 5 years away.
Yeah, 5 years.
And has come back. We saw him come back in Logan. We saw him come back and compete against Roman Belcher first in Madison. And, to come back after 5 years and fight Roman, that's a tough, tall order. Ever since then, though, he looks completely locked in.
Well, and that wasn't the right weight class, and it was really short notice.
Yeah, Roman Belcher, he had a lot of height on him, a lot of size.
But now we see him where he belongs, here at 147. Or 145.
Yeah, 147.
147.
Boxing makes us learn odd numbers.
And I think this is definitely where he belongs, and it's going to be very hard to beat this kid. Emmanuel Manning has jumped into the deep end of the pool quickly here with this title shot. But can he shock everyone. Can he beat the more experienced man in Jordan Clark? That's the question we have to ask, ladies and gentlemen. And we see some people in the comments there. And a shout out to Brody Folks as well.
Yeah.
You know, if you're out there, you're friends with Brody, your family, we're thinking about you.
Definitely.
Jordan Clark looks like a very confident man walking into this fight.
Very confident.
By Dutch Miller Auto Group. This contest is scheduled for 3 rounds for the NLC Welterweight Boxing Championship. Fighting first out of the Momentum Pipeline blue corner. He's a boxer with an amateur record of 12 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches, weighing in 145.8 pounds. He hails from Garrison, Kentucky, presenting Manny Emmanuel Manning. Fighting out of the Dutch Miller Auto red corner. He's a boxer with an amateur record of 5 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches, weighing in 147 pounds. He fights out of Coalition MMA. He hails from Cedar Grove, West Virginia, presenting your reigning, defending NLC welterweight boxing champion, the Slim Reaper, Jordan Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's some tension in the air with this
Guys,
one. These guys look so locked in.
It's going to be a good one.
Neither man has taken their eyes off the other since they stepped into this cage. I think Emmanuel Manning is a guy who could very well rise to the occasion, too. I know on paper this is a tough fight for him, but he looks so focused right now, just as well as Jordan Clark. Both these guys ready to bring it, and here we go. Emmanuel coming
out quick.
And he has the height and reach advantage. Oh, he lands a nice short left hook.
Big right hand from Emmanuel as well. And he's coming at some unique angles.
Oh,
ooh, big shots.
Right hand to the body, left hook upstairs. That was good.
So far, it's been all Emmanuel Manning. And there's another
very
left hook.
quick start for Emmanuel Manning. Good shot to the body right there.
Yeah, good work inside from Clark there for a second.
Very interesting to see how Clark deals with the range and height of Emmanuel Manning.
We saw Clark using a lot of footwork coming in earlier, but I seem slowed that down a bit.
Ooh, good work from Emmanuel, pressing forward. This is a Cinderella story, ladies and gentlemen. And so far, Emmanuel Manning is putting it on the champion.
Ooh, good shot.
Clark answering back inside, but all on the guard of Manning so far.
Nice straight to the body from Emmanuel Manning. I think Clark needs to put punches together, and he just ate a big left hand.
Yeah, that left hook has been what the #1 damage-doing strike has been for Emmanuel Manning.
I think we definitely need to see volume from Clark at the moment. He's got to start trying to get ahead.
And we're seeing
Manning.
some redness and potentially even some swelling already on the right side of the face from those left hooks. There we see Clark switching to a little bit more of a high guard.
This is such an interesting class for styles as well. You've got Clark with more traditional boxing style, and then Manning has a unique guard, wide guard, and his punches come from different angles than you would traditionally see. I think it's giving Clark trouble. Ooh, slick work. Getting out of the way there by Manning. Oh, nice right hand from Manning. Clark pushes him away. Another long right hand lands for Manning.
Manning's really bringing the fight inside to Jordan Clark.
Which is unique, seeing as he's the longer man.
Yeah.
But he keeps exploding in and landing those long strikes.
Well, and I think part of it is that Clark works so well when he has so much space to let his footwork and his defense do the work. But he's really getting crowded here by Manning a bit.
Yeah, I mean, Clark can't move.
There he comes forward with the right hand, but just barely falls short.
Very good first
And I
shot for
wonder,
Emmanuel Manning.
you know, they both come from such different backgrounds in the sport. And Emmanuel, coming from that tough man background, you don't have much time to show the judges something. And you see a different sense of urgency from Manning coming out in this fight. He always starts out really well. That's the big question here. These are 3-minute rounds now. We're moving up to even longer rounds. If Manning can sustain this throughout the second and third round, this is going to be a very tough challenge for our champion.
And I wonder what adjustments they're making in the corner there at Jordan Clark. And that's one of the tough things about a gym where you have a lot of talented young fighters kind of working together. I'm not sure how much corner experience they have. Sometimes it's important to have somebody who's been around for a long time and to make adjustments in between rounds. If I had to guess, I would say Jordan Clark's probably by far the best boxer in his gym.
I see there Josh Sullivan, though, who won earlier in the night in the corner there with Clark. You know, that's got to be a good feeling, though, when you got your teammate who's just had a great win earlier.
Yeah, that's
got to
true.
build some momentum into this fight.
There we see a nice little short uppercut from Clark. Clark lands a left hook as well.
Clark definitely coming in. Clark coming in heavy this second round.
Yeah, he's made some adjustments.
I think that's what he needed. He needed some more aggression and he needs to put more punches together.
He needs to not let Emmanuel Manning control the cage.
It's going to be tough to not get caught.
Beautiful! Knockdown from Emmanuel
That took
Manning.
a minute to register, but Jordan Clark went down.
That was a nasty left hook. And Clark landed a nice right hand of his own in that exchange, but just completely overpowered by that left hook. We do see some swelling under the right eye of Jordan Clark.
That was nasty. I love it. Just unexpected. You know, against such a good
Another
guy.
big
Clark,
shot.
and
He's on his
still
back
hurt.
foot.
Two big right hands and a third, and he goes to the body.
Manning smells blood, but he doesn't want to blow his wad here either.
Very,
Clark's
very good
tough.
composure. Good composure shown by Manning.
This is beautiful work from Emmanuel Manning, and he has him exactly where he wants him.
What a knockdown! Emmanuel Manning puts him down, and I don't think he's getting back out, folks. What a knockout!
It's over. Your new welterweight boxing champion, Emmanuel Manning, ladies and gentlemen. What a straight right.
That was nasty. Whew. Nasty right hand.
Killed every single doubt that anybody had.
And I believe he was out. When he went down, he was out.
Yeah, that
He
was
slid down the cage.
right
He was
back into
over.
his chair, kind of sit down. Yep.
That was nasty work. Nasty power from Emmanuel Manning.
He was hurt badly with the three right hands before that as well.
Your new champion, Emmanuel Manning. What a way to win the title, too.
Crazy.
Coming in as the underdog. People wondering, is he ready for this yet? And he showed us, yes, he is.
Yeah.
Man.
Amazing.
And to see him coming from where I've seen him coming from tough man. This kid is special. He's going to do big things in this sport. Man, that was exciting. What a knockout.
Huge.
What a win.
Huge finish.
And Clark had made some good adjustments in between that first and second round. He was making it a more competitive fight, but in opening up more, he also was getting tagged more.
And you saw big power from Manning for this weight class. Whew. Me and Becca had to fight over who was going to get the interview. She's been working with him, though.
Boxing fight.
They
have the boxing fight.
Gotta have it, yeah. And I was just excited.
Yeah.
I was so excited. I
thought you were going to fall out of the chair.
Woo! What a fight.
Finish of the night for sure.
So, folks, in the comments, what do you think? What do you think about that knockout? I don't know about you guys. I didn't know what to expect in this fight. I didn't know how it was going to work. I didn't know if the footwork and the slickness would be trouble for me.
We have a winner by knockout. 1 minute, 23 seconds in round number 2. And new welterweight champion, Emmanuel Manny.
This is
All right, everybody. I am here with your winner, Emmanuel Manning.
Sometime we got to.
And new.
We've got a
You did it. I know you got something to say.
I love all my fans, but all the haters keep on hating because I'm coming for the top and I'm staying here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, tell me what this fight campus means to me. I know you put in a lot of extra work, gone the distance to travel for new training. Has it all paid off for you? Have you found a rhythm?
I still think I got a little bit more to give, honestly, but traveling has definitely brought out a new me. It's brought out, you know what I'm saying, especially sparring Thomas Kinchin and everything like that. He a dog. We got that shit together, you know what I'm saying? So shout outs to him too. And shout out to Thrive Tribe Boxing for having me up there. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I just want to shout out to my family back at home and shout out to my friends over here who showed up. I appreciate all y'all for coming out and hopefully y'all, you know, come to my side and cheer for me here later on. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Everybody give it up for your new 147-pound champ, Emmanuel Manning.
Hey, let's get a picture.
Making for him. And I couldn't be more happy for him.
And just
ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to thank our sponsors tonight. Joel Baker Law, All Tech Environmental, Dutch Miller Auto, Momentum Pipeline, Lorison Pools and Spas, Drip Beard Oil. Drip Beard Oil is in the house selling J.R. Cochran gear. He's 2 fights away. Grab a J.R. Cochran t-shirt, be ready for that fight. And after the fight tonight, everybody let's go out to South Charleston, Tippy's Tavern. Tippy's Tavern hosting tonight's after party, 216 7th Avenue, South Charleston. All right, up next, we have the co-main event of the night, professional MMA fight featuring a man who was a 4-time state champion wrestler in Pennsylvania, wrestled for Penn State, wrestled for Iowa. This is a big fight. Let's go.
Ooh, I'm excited for this one. 4-time Pennsylvania High School State Wrestling Champion. I mean, you don't really get much higher level than that.
PA, New Jersey, really the highest levels of high school wrestling. If you're a multiple-time state champion in either one of those states, it's very impressive. I've heard that California is actually harder to win because of the way they organize regions, but a PA state champion is a big deal. And a 4-time PA state champion is a really big deal.
That puts his name up there with some very, very dangerous people.
And just for reference, guys, blow your wad is a firearms term to use all your ammunition from the old muzzleloader days. You get your minds out of the gutter in the comment section. I won't let you besmirch my man Elijah like that.
Yeah, I'm a student of history.
And Gavin Teasdale, he's coming in with a losing record, but he's taken very, very tough fights. Last fight was in LFA, I believe. He had a very short amateur career. We've seen him take a couple local grappling matches. But now we're getting to see him in the...
Gavin Teasdale walking out to Molly Hatchet's Dreams I'll Never See. That's a great walkout song choice, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's being cornered by the Somerset County boys there.
You know, I saw Molly Hatchet live, and it looked like they crawled right out of West Virginia, one of these hollers. So, pretty good choice for fighting in West Virginia. Gavin Teasdale, though, big hype coming up around him. I've heard he's a phenomenal fighter. You know, he's 0-2, but fighting top-level competition.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I think he just doesn't quite have the experience yet for those level of pro fights that he was getting. I think he was getting some opportunities because he had a big name in wrestling that maybe he wasn't quite ready for on the mixed martial arts side yet. But I think this is a on paper, and I love Money Mitchell Vaughn. He's a great human being, a great fighter. I love having him around NLC. I've gotten to train with him a little bit. He's a great dude. But on paper, this should be a favorable matchup for Teasdale because Teasdale is a higher level wrestler. And Mitch Vaughn,
has struggled there. We've seen that, you know, when he's competed up there.
And Mitch is also a very good wrestler himself, right? Like that's one of his biggest things. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can take this fight into other avenues.
Yeah, very excited for Money Mitchell Vaughn. He fought pretty much his entire amateur career here, and now we get to see him make his professional debut. It's beautiful.
I think Mitch is also such a well-rounded fighter. I expect him to be the more well-rounded man tonight. You know, he's got striking, he's got jiu-jitsu, he's got wrestling. And Mitch has such a good attitude. You know, despite losses, he comes back stronger every time. He's very hard to beat. You saw that wonderful rivalry he had with Eric Kuhn. And then you saw them become training partners.
Yeah.
They start training together, getting better. You know, Mitch is just too good of a guy to dislike.
Yeah.
This is the main event of the night.
People that much. His fighting
This
style.
professional MMA bout is brought to you by All Tech Environmental and Construction Services. This fight is 3 rounds in the NLC flyweight division. Fighting first, out of the Momentum Pipeline blue corner. He's a professional with 2 fights. He stands 5 feet 5 inches, weighing in 126 pounds. Fights out of the Shop 814. He hails from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's a 4-time high school state champion. Gavin Teasdale. And fighting out of the Dutch Miller Auto red corner. He's a mixed martial artist making his professional debut. He's a former champion at multiple organizations. He was an NLC title challenger as an amateur. He stands 5 feet 4 inches, weighing in 126 pounds. He fights out of Tartarus MMA in Ashland, Kentucky. Money Mitchell Vaughn.
Very tough fight.
The amateur level, it's hard to find fights.
Yeah, you get what you get.
You got to start going around to the middle schools and like challenging people.
I think we might see a slight height advantage for Mitchell Vaughn, which I don't think we've ever been able to say before.
No.
Although Gavin definitely has better hair, maybe with the hair height.
Cannot wait for the grappling exchanges in this fight. We know they're going to happen.
I'm not ashamed to say that these are 2 good-looking young men.
Instant shot.
Oh, nasty takedown.
Instant shot from Gavin Teasdale.
Beautiful double leg and elevation finish, which is really the way to finish
Lands
an
a
open
nasty
space.
elbow there from side control. Look for that. You know, this is a pro fight.
Pro fight. This is the first time Mitchell Vaughn's going to be taking elbows in the NLC cage.
Mitch Vaughn throwing those Hoist Gracie
Big
style
elbows.
heels.
Big elbows.
Mitch needs to go back to tying up that. He needs an inside bicep tie on that
He needs
arm.
to get
That's what's going to stop those elbows.
that underhook higher.
Mitch,
he's using that knee shield. He's got the underhook.
That underhook needs to be a little higher.
He thought about hunting for the leg, almost going for deep half.
He's almost in a cradle here. He needs to kick that leg straight and try to get up to his knees. He's trying to settle down and slow the pace and close guard here.
A lot better spot that he's in now than he was in that side
position
control.
here.
Teasdale. Pretty decent elbow from the bottom by Mitch, but he's definitely eaten the harder shots so far.
Teasdale looks like the quintessential wrestler. You know, Chael Sonnen style, nasty, gritty fight, staying in your face, smashing you.
And he doesn't look terribly interested in passing the guard, which honestly I like in MMA.
It's going to be tough for Mitch to get up here with the pressure that he's giving him on top and top guard. He's just going to pepper him with shots, grind him down, get him tired.
Mitch again with those calf kicks to the heel
Those
kicks
aren't
to the
gonna
calf and the hamstring.
Yeah, those aren't going to feel nice.
You don't see that very often. You see that, you know, back in the day, Hoist Gracie was big on those. A lot of the jiu-jitsu
Trying to
guys
pass the
would do
guard here
those.
is Gavin Teasdale.
We see Mitch kind of looking towards a Kimura. Goes back to that half guard.
Mitch, that's the thing, though. Mitch has been here before. Mitch has dealt with this before. He's a very tough veteran, even though it's his first pro fight. You know, he's hanging tough, and he's using good defense here, so he's not taking too much damage.
I'm not sure what he's trying to set up. I'm not sure if he's trying to get to like electric chair type territory. He's got kind of a pseudo lockdown.
Such good pressure though from Teasdale. He's doing good. So
Teasdale
good with
setting up that
crossface.
Katagatame.
Might be looking for arm triangle here, ladies and gentlemen.
You got to translate it every time I say it, don't you?
Yeah,
He's got scapular elevation and he's got good head position, but he's back in the close guard.
Got the guard back.
Collins just working for our Tokyo broadcast. All the people in Japan, they need to know what's going on too.
Language is important. He's setting up a almost towards like a Choi bar or a razor arm lock here, depending on what you want to call that.
Those are nasty, too. They're very sneaky.
Yes.
But Teasdale's able to step over into half guard to mitigate that threat.
Another big elbow from
nasty
Teasdale.
Short elbows from Teasdale.
Mitchell Vaughn has taken so many elbows in this fight so
Mitch
far.
is having a tough time dealing with that angle. You know, like you say, he's got to control that arm better. Instead of going for the leg, he needs to work on getting a hold of that bicep.
It really needs to get this underhook.
Yeah, and exactly like the comment section is saying, I think Teasdale's able to do much more damage from half guard, even than he would be able to do from side control, in my opinion. It's that kind of leg wrapping.
Well, it's so easy to hold a guy down from top half. A lot of wrestlers prefer top half.
He's losing the far side underhook battle, but his base is good enough that it hasn't mattered.
Now we see Mitch gets back to full guard, and he's still eating some big shots.
Good defense from Mitchell Vaughn, though. Not letting anything get in too tight. Not getting hit terribly over and over again.
Now going from his arm triangle from his own guard.
Now there are people who can do this, and Eli Hawkins is one of them. Now he's in half guard.
I think if I got arm triangle from my guard, I believe I would quit jiu-jitsu.
I promise you, Eli could do it to you. I know that sounds mean.
No way, never.
Might have to have an exhibition after the
put my
after the
finger
show.
in his ear or something.
He would probably like that. Good elbows to the leg. Mitchell Vaughn doing some chipping damage from the bottom here. Teasdale still working that arm triangle though.
Mitch, minute left in this round. You know,
he's got a good angle. He might be able to finish this from half guard.
If he gets that leg free, it might be over.
He's got a bad angle on it. If he can just get over to the side, Mitch is in big trouble.
Yeah, but the angle that Mitch's shoulder is at, these are good arm triangle mechanics.
Oh, it's
He might
nasty.
go to sleep.
It's nasty.
Now he's actually having a little bit more trouble. His hips are too high.
He's doing a great job.
He's doing a great job.
Now it's worse.
If he can just switch those hips over.
He's still very high.
He needs to either get to his side or get back a hold of that
You can tell
leg.
he's struggling.
Yep, he's a little high.
He's on his side now. He's not going to finish it.
He might be able to slide up to the Kessa finish.
Good,
but he doesn't.
amazing defense from Mitchell Vaughn surviving that.
Gritty defense. Good work, because I know that was tight.
From a four-time state wrestling champion, those arm triangles are going to be, the pressure is going to be insane.
Mitch did a great job, though. He stayed calm, and that's the thing with the arm triangle. If you can stay calm and you can work to that side, nobody's ever going to finish the arm triangle if you're on your side.
6 seconds left. See if Mitchell Vaughn can reset after in the middle during this break before the second round.
Impressive stuff from Gavin Teasdale. Tough first round for Money Mitchell Vaughn.
Yeah. Are we saying that might be a 10-8?
I would not.
Maybe.
I don't think so. I think Mitch did enough. He didn't take enough damage for it to be a 10-8. You know, he took damage.
The arm triangle is very tight. It wouldn't be based on damage. It would be based on the fact that Mitch didn't get much offense of his own. But now the one thing I will say is that Gavin Teasdale is a little bit low with the chest-to-chest connections whenever he's in closed guard. It's very difficult to make somebody pay for that, though. You have to be really good at either transitioning to butterfly sweeps, which may be what Mitchell Vaughn is trying to set up with those heel kicks. That's a classic old-school setup to be able to make space to put a butterfly hook in. The other sweep that works really well from there is that sweep that Nogueira hit on Randy Couture. It's almost like
that
a
deep half
scissor
kind of sweep. Oh, no, I was thinking of the one with.
You were thinking of Tim Sylvia.
Yep.
Very excited to see how this second round will go.
It's looked like Mitch is thinking about deep half a little bit, but he's not been able to dive under the leg. He's taken too much damage there in that position.
See if Mitchell Vaughn can keep this fight on the feet for this second round.
And they touch gloves, and we're underway with round 2, ladies and gentlemen. And we're glad to have you with us here.
Mitchell Vaughn still looks pretty fresh. Both guys look pretty fresh for the second round.
Mitch landed a nice overhand right there.
What are you talking about, Bailey? These guys are 125ers. They don't get tired ever.
Big shot from Gavin Teasdale. After taking a few good shots on the feet, though.
And this time Teasdale's in on side control. Mitch probably should consider letting go of the head control from here, although
he's got a sick guillotine, and he got it a little tighter there. It's deep.
That guillotine might be in.
It's deep, Colin.
The guillotine.
And he's stuck against the fence, too. Now, the angle's off a little bit because of that.
It's very difficult to finish an arm in general on a wrestler like that, but
Mitch needs to be on the other hip.
He's starting to fight the hand as Gavin Teasdale. He's about to break those hands.
In order to finish this choke, Mitch would have needed to be on his right hip.
There he goes. He gets his head out.
That's what saved Teasdale. He did a great job hanging tough, using that fence, stifling him. But that was nice work from Mitch. You know, he ended up back on his back, but You got to make something happen.
Yeah,
here.
he's making Teasdale work, and that was a good transition. I thought he should have abandoned it before, but he was able to make a transition
tightened
back.
it
Yeah,
for a moment there.
Well, and he was able to get back to guard. It's going to be hard to arm and guillotine somebody with a neck as strong as Teasdale.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just assuming you don't win 4 state championships unless you have a strong neck, right? We saw that with both of his training partners.
I actually, people say that arm and guillotine is tougher, but I actually find it to be higher percentage. If you do it right, it's a higher percentage choke than even the regular guillotine.
You are insane.
Maybe I am, or maybe I'm a genius.
I do think arm and guillotine is easier to get to, but I think the just regular guillotine is easier to finish.
It's
Elijah's showing me his gang sign.
The reverse
grips.
gable grip. That changes everything. I'll teach you something about jiu-jitsu, Colin, one day.
Good elbows from Teasdale in here in tight. He's got Mitch jammed up against the fence, which is a much worse place to be in close guard.
It's terrible. You can't make anything happen here. He needs to try to get his feet on the hips and cage walk, get back up.
Now he's starting to get to an angle where he might be able to push off the wall.
Yeah, he's opened himself up a bit, but see Teasdale's moving him right back.
I was going to say Teasdale's going to square him back up and get the spine perpendicular to the cage.
That's smart work from
not a lot of damage taken though so far. Not a lot of strikes thrown.
And they're telling Teasdale to throw submissions. His corner's calling for.
I think they're saying
no submissions.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
They're asking him to let go. He was kind of hunting that arm triangle again.
Wrestlers don't believe in submissions.
Mitch again going back towards that Choi bar.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely working for like a shoulder crunch, maybe look for a butterfly sweep or something.
Teasdale's doing exactly what he needs to be doing right now, just grinding Mitch Vaughn out. Mitch is so tough. It's going to be tough to finish a guy like Mitch Vaughn, but you can grind him out and break his will.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen Mitchell Vaughn finish in the NLC cage, or I might be wrong about that one.
I believe we have, but it's been tough fights.
Yeah.
I believe Sanchez finished him.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
Teasdale doing a good job with
submission.
Like I said, the chest-to-chest connections are very dangerous inside a closed guard, but with the level of wrestling disparity that we have here, he's doing well with it.
And he's using the cage so well. As you can't do much with your head stuffed against the cage. Now Mitch has a lot better angle to make something happen. One thing I'd like to see more from Mitch, it's easier said than done, but he's not doing anything with his hips and his legs. He needs to either make space or go for something. And I'd like to see him honestly kick off the hips, try to get up.
Mitch still staying active with those heel kicks.
Mitchell Vaughn has done a good job of keeping his guard tight. Hasn't let him get to half guard yet.
We're coming down to the final minute of round 2. And so far, it's been all Gavin Teasdale.
Yeah, Mitchell's faring slightly better this round, but not in any meaningful way.
He's at the moment, Mitch is surviving, yes. And he's got to figure out how to go from surviving to making something happen because he's got 1 round left, needs a finish here.
He looked amazing on the feet for the short period he was on the feet. He looked amazing. So hopefully in the 3rd round he can keep it on the feet.
I think Teasdale, if I'm in Teasdale's corner, I tell him you keep doing what you're doing. This is picture perfect performance.
Mitch is trying to mitigate the elbows with a hand on the elbow, but really you need an inside bicep tie to stop
the
that.
crowd is booing right now, but there's nothing I can't stand more than that.
Yeah.
This is an incredible performance, an incredible game plan from a great wrestler. That's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, we saw the same thing in our last pro flyweight fight. It's ridiculous. Sometimes the fans just do not understand what really is going on.
And there's a little bit more going on in this one, too. I don't know what these people want.
Well, you see...
They want you to grab the dick and twist it. That's what they want. They want the classic stuff.
Your mother, I'm going to tell her about that, Bailey Manley. I'm going to call her after this. She's going to wash her mouth out with soap.
And we see a little bit of urgency there from Zach Wilds. About as much urgency as you see from Zach.
So, if you're in the corner there with the Tartarus team, what are you telling Mitch Vaughn? How do you change the dynamic of this fight?
I'm telling him a lot of uppercuts up the center, and he's got the knee. I think he just needs to assume that Teasdale's going to shoot on him immediately and maybe try to time that knee on the ground. It's probably too late to develop the kind of butterfly guard that you need to defeat. You know what I mean? But if he's got butterfly sweeps in his arsenal, that's where he needs to be. That's how you deal with that chest-to-chest forward pressure from inside closed guard.
Ladies and gentlemen, tell us what you think in the chat. Can Mitch Vaughn make a comeback here? Or is it going to be all Teasdale?
He's going to need a finish. Good kick so far from Mitchell Vaughn. Shooting in again.
That was good work from Vaughn. He shot from a little far away, and now Vaughn's trying to make it work.
I think we're seeing a little bit of fatigue from Teasdale. We saw a head kick from Money Mitch Vaughn there.
I'll tell you the truth. I'd tell Mitch Vaughn to move away from the body kicks.
I think Teasdale's definitely breathing a little heavier now.
Yep. And that's the first resistance he's felt in the wrestling.
Yeah. That's hard work. You know, he's landed some heavy takedowns, and he's been grinding on top for 2 rounds.
Teasdale yet to really shoot another takedown.
Much more interesting third round, but
there he goes again.
Lands that takedown, but he's caught.
Mitch needs to get up.
He needs to get up. He doesn't need to worry about this guillotine.
He's not going to finish this because he's not got the angle yet again. He needs to be on the other hip, not got his hands together. Really, he's just trying to buy some time before he ends up flat on his back like he was before. He'll never finish this one. Like I say, he's got to be on the other hip, ladies and gentlemen. He would need to shrimp and completely change the angle. Even then, it's going to be really tough.
He's going flat. He needs to get back up. He keep trying, keep pushing.
Tired and a little bit defeated himself, and he eats a big one there from Teasdale.
Big elbow shot.
This is nasty work from Teasdale.
Teasdale all night long has been hitting with those elbows.
And short elbows, that's beautiful work. Not giving up space so that Mitch can escape. He's
good
just
wrist control on the far side as well. Good wrist control and framing the neck to set up those elbows. There it is again.
Nasty.
And then he goes back to an underhook on the far side.
And, you know, people can boo, but like this is what you're supposed to do if you're a wrestler. He is executing his game plan perfectly.
Go in there and win no matter what.
Well, I mean, it's a different type of fighting.
Well, it's not even just win no matter what, right? If we didn't have rounds, eventually, what I mean? He would just be stuck there forever, right?
Yeah, you know, if the ref's not there to get you up.
Now we're seeing that Katagatame again. This is a good bite. He doesn't quite have that artery closed off yet, but he's not far off of it.
If he can get the leg out, I feel like this one looks a lot better than the one in the first round.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that for sure, but if he got shoulder pressure,
he's not got the arm trapped as deeply as he did.
He's got the arm out now.
Yeah.
Mitch slips it out, and I think that you know, Teasdale could pass. He doesn't want to. He's holding him there with that top half. You see how he's locked the leg down, and as soon as Mitch tries to make any space, he's gonna, you know, use that leg to keep him down there on the mat.
A little over 2 minutes left in this round.
I think Teasdale, you know, since he's a little bit tired, he's going to be safe here. He's going to be smart.
He's trying to set up that arm triangle again. Mitch keeps kind of going for that overwrap of the head.
Yeah, I think Mitch is trying to get that guillotine. He's desperate.
Now, this is a pretty decent bite. Nope. Stuck down low in half guard again. That's another thing, but it's much harder as a short gentleman to finish arm triangles from the half guard. Because you don't have the spine.
I think it's very difficult. Like we've seen Mitch do it. We've seen Mitch finish a guy from top half with the arm triangle.
Not someone as good as himself, though.
I never liked it because if a guy's got a halfway decent half guard, he's going to be able to use counter pressure.
Kevin Teasdale talking in there.
I'm very doubtful of these people you say finish people from the full guard with the arm triangle. That's disgusting.
Good shoulder pressure from Teasdale. Deep on that that kind of claw grip. Again, always kind of hunting the arm triangle there as Mitch kind of goes to his side over here.
Yeah, Mitch is definitely going to have to make some of that. We got about a minute left.
I like those short elbows Mitch has landed in the rib cage, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch is doing, I mean, he's chipping away. Teasdale's going to be sore tomorrow, but he's going to have one handily.
You know, to quote Carlson Gracie, if you cannot win, make your opponent pay a steep price for victory. And that's what Mitch is doing there with those elbows and those short kicks. But this has been all Teasdale, folks.
Yeah, with a guy like Teasdale, really what you need is the gentleman that we saw fight in Istria in
Gage Mitchell.
No,
Kendall Young?
No, the other one. The guy with the Hispanic last name. He's only fought for us once, but he did a really, really, really good job. I believe he fought Christian. Maybe that was also in.
Talking about Sanchez.
Was that in Bridgeport? where he was able to get back up. He made it exhausting for Industry to hold him down because he, instead of playing half guard or playing full guard, that's what Gage Mitchell did, and that's why he was stuck there. You can't. Somebody has
10
to.
seconds left in his professional fight.
For someone to get submitted from full guard, they have to make mistakes.
Yeah.
You have to just make them keep working.
Mitch Vaughn fought with a lot of heart, but man, the wrestling of Teasdale was just too much. And Mitch is exhausted, ladies and gentlemen. That was a grueling fight from both men.
Amazing performance from Gavin Teasdale.
Teasdale put the work on Mitch Vaughn. You know, that was a very tough debut, and good work from Mr. Teasdale, earning that first professional victory. I think it's probably been a long time coming.
The gentlemen from the shop, I believe, are going home happy tonight.
You know you have a legit coach when he's wearing a flat cap.
Yeah.
That's a sign that that guy's the real deal.
And he's got the Cahill brothers both in his corner, who both grappled for us at the event in Bridgeport last year. It's a new year.
That was great work. You can't ask for a better performance from a wrestler.
Yeah, and those two gentlemen, the Cahill brothers, are both very high-level wrestlers themselves. So that's a good camp to be with if they continue to grow. I'm not familiar with the other gentleman in the corner.
And we see Mitch Vaughn, you know, he comes up short in his professional debut, but he fought from bell to bell. Got a lot of respect for that young man, and I'm sure we'll see him back even stronger, as we always do.
And I think we should see Gavin Teasdale back.
I would love to see that.
I think these are the kind of fights that he needs to grow in his career. I know it's very exciting to get contracts with people like LFA, but when you've only had a one amateur fight career, it's deep water. I think this is where he should be these level of shows for a little while.
Ladies and gentlemen,
cut your teeth.
After 3 rounds, your judges have come to a decision. Your judges have it 30-27, 30-27, and 30-26. All for your winner out of the blue corner, Gavin Teasdale.
On.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Gavin Teasdale, what a flawless performance. How does it feel to get your first professional win?
Feels good. I just got to keep it rolling and get back to the drawing boards. Got to work my way up like I did in wrestling. Because you got to work your way up, figure out what you're bad at, correct yourself on your mistakes in the octagon. People just think what they did good in the octagon. You got to think what you did negatively and be a student of the sport and work your way up.
Amazing, man. Any final shout-outs?
Shout out to Pway.
Shout out to everybody that's helped me
Larry
along
Barker's
the way.
Gym, Urban Warrior Academy.
When's the next time we're going to see you in here, man?
What's up, my
I want to
friend?
stay active.
It's good to hear from you.
Stay active. I get out of shape, so I've got to keep following.
Amazing, guys. Give it up to Gavin Teasdale getting his first professional
Incredible
win.
fighter you are as well. I can't wait to see you back, sir.
Yeah, great work from Gavin Teasdale. Looking forward to seeing him back in the cage again soon.
And now,
the main event coming up.
Here at the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to take one last chance to thank our sponsors tonight. Joel Baker Law, Alltech Environmental, Dutch Miller Auto Group, Momentum Pipeline, Lorison Pools, Drip Beard Oil, and Tippy's Tavern. Tippy's is hosting the after party, South Charleston, after the event. So after this next fight, head to Tippy's. All right, DJ, let's bring these guys out for the main event of the night.
ladies and gentlemen, if you feel like you're in the main event of the night fighting a monster, then you need a lawyer like Joel Baker in your corner.
How did I know that's where we were going?
Ladies and gentlemen, feel like you're a fighter who just got took out in the first round because your car broke down, go to Dutch Miller. They'll set you right up, make you feel like a champion again. And not only that, you ain't got the drip if you ain't got the oil. Drip, drop, drop top. Go get some beard oil. I think that's the song lyric.
There's so many people standing up, I can't even see. We have Andre Mayhem Miller making his way to the ring. Getting lots of boos from the crowd as to be expected. Marmet came in hot tonight. Andre Mayhem Miller has quite a bit of experience. He's 0-1 sanctioned, 1-3 in the Tough Man. We last saw him at McCoy Station. against Tevin Bonner for his last fight.
Tevin Bonner just gave us a shout out. Speaking of Tevin Bonner, he's watching tonight.
He's keeping an eye out.
Also known as Pway. Tevin Bonner, the man himself.
He likes Elijah more than me. That's what I've learned from the chat.
Yeah, he nobody really likes you, Colin. They just tolerate you because they feel sorry for you because you look so strange.
JR is going to knock him out,
And
says someone.
everybody thinks it's pretentious that you speak in Japanese all the time.
Words matter.
People in the comments should just roast you. Everybody roast Colin Cabrini.
What do they say? What did the streamers say? Like, put W in the chat if you like Colin.
Big energy here from Andre Miller.
Wow.
The man looks like he's using this hate from the crowd as fuel.
Happy.
Hey, some people like to be the bad guy.
The tension is for real in here. I will tell you that.
I will say.
You can cut it with a knife.
For the, some of the reputation West Virginia has, we've had no actual fights in Kentucky.
You're not wrong. It's so loud in here, I can't even hear myself talking. But what a view.
J.R. Cochran walking out to Zombie.
I love
by
it.
the Cranberries. Shout out to the Korean Zombie, wherever he may be today.
I am short. That's a hurtful comment. But it's the true ones that hurt.
Yeah, keep
He
it
called
up,
me
folks.
short. I don't know who Slightly Sticky is. I feel like it's somebody I know in real life.
Don't hold back. Give it to him. Colin needs to be humbled. You hear all this pretentious Japanese speak he's been doing all night? Let him know you're tired of him. And here we go.
The crowd cannot stop screaming for the one and only J.R. Cochran.
J.R. Cochran is a guy with such a tremendous amount of potential. I think he burst onto the scene. He fell short against your man Chaz Blevins, but Chaz, we knew that was going to be a tough fight.
I mean, it's Chaz Blevins. Did you guys see he's actually going pro?
Finally.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
I don't think finally. I think it's too soon, but that's just me saying. He's only got 5 MMA fights, for real.
It's been difficult to get him
boxing.
good opponents, though.
That's true.
He's not going to find any. His debut pro fights are not going to be any different, really, than the amateur fights that he would have.
How do you get stronger in this sport, though?
Now that is true.
That's true.
I think sometimes in this sport, to get stronger and to grow, you have to bite off a little more than you can chew.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And then learn to bounce back.
I would
And that's
suspect
what
that
we've
it's very
seen.
hard for him to get amateur fights anyway.
Yeah.
So that's probably
I mean,
part
at
of the
this
move.
point, especially. Yeah.
And you see, look at this crowd around J.R. Cochran. Look at these people coming out to support this young local fighter. It's incredible to see, honestly. I think the entire community of Marmette has rallied around this kid. They see he has potential to be something special. And Mayhem Miller's here to shut that down.
I do not think we're going to see any glove touching.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. This boxing contest is brought to you by Joel Baker Law. This contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the cruiserweight division. Fighting first, out of the Momentum Pipeline blue corner. He's a boxer. He's a veteran of 5 bouts. He stands 5 feet 9 inches, weighing in 190 pounds. Fights out of the Mayhem Miller Boxing Complex in Charleston, West Virginia. Andre Mayhem Miller. And fighting out of the Dutch Miller red corner. He's a boxer with a record of 2-1. He stands 5 feet 10 inches, weighing in 201 pounds. Fighting out of Coalition MMA in Marmette, West Virginia. He is the crowned king of Marmette, J.R. Cochran. When the action begins,
You know it's something when you can hear
when the
that
action
crowd
begins, referee in charge of the
over
octagon,
everything.
Sean.
Yeah, I couldn't even hear Keith announcing
We
him at
have
all.
like noise canceling where we can only hear ourselves, and I can hear every single person speaking.
You know, this reminds me a bit of the Antonio Robinson fight because I could tell that J.R. Cochran's fan base, his friends, really got in Antonio's head before that fight.
Yeah.
They like their boy J.R.
I think Miller's going to come out hot.
They're very vocal, and here we go. Let's see what happens here. We got two very tough guys.
Listen, Andre Miller has to keep that chin down. We know JR's power.
Big shots from Cochran, and this crowd explodes.
No.
But Miller's still very much in this fight.
He just has to be so careful and take it nice and easy. Take his time. You've got plenty of time here to
Miller is
to be
circling
working.
into Cochran's big right hand.
Ooh, trade of punches from both gentlemen. Hey, Mayhem's still standing.
J.R. Cochran coming out like a house on fire in this first round. You know that these are long 3-minute rounds.
Mayhem's got to be careful dodging in like that with his hands down. It just takes one shot from JR to come over top, and he's doing a great job landing.
Ooh, good shot from JR.
Wow.
Saved by the cage. You know, he would have went down otherwise. So that's a knockdown. And we see the first man fall tonight. Can he make a comeback here and find something that puts a stop to the onslaught of J.R. Cochran?
He's trying to time hard right hands in there.
Yeah, and his footwork is looking good. He's in and out, in and out. He's not chasing the big punch, and that's how he's going to be successful.
Now he laid a big right hand there. He did. He ate one coming in, but it didn't seem to deter him, man. JR presses forward.
Miller needs to be careful. He's standing straight up. That is the worst. He can get DQ'd for that.
There's some bad blood in this fight, ladies and gentlemen. This crowd is fired up.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I don't really feel like Miller's all the way together. I don't know if you just looked, but when they opened that door for the corner people to come in, he started to walk out the door. I think he's I think he's feeling it.
Coach in the corner doing a good job calming him down.
Woo! Man, I'll tell you what, the crowd just keeps like inching closer and closer.
It's
and closer.
incredible, the atmosphere of this fight, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like they're towering over us at this point.
I feel like if something happened and Miller won, they would just storm the cage.
I know. We're in the worst place possible right here.
Colin's so little, he would get trampled.
I'm very round right now, so people would just like bounce off me.
Whoever gave shout out to the commentary team, no. Shout out to you. I love
Did they
you.
really say that?
Yes.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
God bless you.
We try our best. Most of the time.
I feel like I've been pretty rusty tonight, so thank you.
I mean,
You're rusty. That guy's still mad at me because I yelled at him for booing at the last event.
Oh, he comes in with a switch step, but his chin is right up in the air, man. He has to tuck that chin or he's going to be in danger.
From both sides, there's not much defense in this fight.
I mean, you're not wrong. But JR is landing every big shot he's throwing right now, and he's taking control just based off that alone.
I'll be honest, though. I think Tevin Bonner's approach to dealing with Miller was a better approach.
Stunned him. Check hook from JR. Onslaught of punches. This might be the end for Andre Miller.
He's still standing.
Man, he is still going. If he could just sit down a little bit more when he's in that clinch and even just tie up, that would be his best bet now just to get his wits back about him.
Miller has ran into a buzzsaw so far.
And that man turning his back.
And Cochran doesn't seem to be slowing down.
Not at all. I think he smells the blood in the water.
But this is a long fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Cochran's starting to chew on his mouthpiece a little bit, though.
You're not wrong. I noticed that.
Yeah. Big breath there from Cochran.
Oh, is he wearing a double mouthpiece? Ooh, we gotta tell him about that.
I can't tell if it's Miller's mouthpiece.
Oh.
Drops it again. That was almost a really good catch, though.
And I think he thinks Cochran's fading. He wanted that mouthpiece back in.
He looks confident.
Yeah.
You know, he's very much in this fight, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't think he's too hurt. I think he looks like he's got his feet under him. You know, he's got caught a couple times, but the tide might be turning.
Man, that one spun him around. Uh-oh, JR's coming out.
Nasty work.
Big display of heart from Miller. He wants to continue.
That was a short shot that Cochran landed. He snuck it in there.
I think he's going to let him go back at it.
He's still hurt.
And the bell. Could be just what he needed, though.
Definitely what Miller needed.
Incredible toughness from Miller.
That was nasty work.
He landed a good shot before that big overhand right.
He did. He hit him with that right.
Dude,
Cochran just keeps throwing.
His check hooks have been on point as well. I mean, he's just waiting for a couple shots to come. Block. Mayhem throwing those shots wide. JR's just throwing a nice little easy
JR is
check
so
hook on the chin.
confident in his explosiveness and his power. He really just sends it.
Yeah.
You know, he's not fighting like this, the most technical fight, but he's got so much power.
I'll tell you what, I'm proud of JR. He looks very experienced up there.
He's
He
slick
looks
for a wrestler. He's a wrestler.
He's not getting too excited. I mean, he's still just picking his shots, throwing punches in volume.
It's going to be so tough for guys to deal with him in MMA.
And
you know, with this experience he's picking up in boxing, getting more confident with his power.
Can you imagine him in a lower weight class? He said he wants to go to 75.
That's what he needs to do. That's where he belongs, and he knows that.
He gets the body fat a little bit lower. He
He doesn't have the height and the length to be a heavyweight. He knows that. He's smart. Imagine the power that kid's going to carry when he does drop down.
And he gets that man strength about him. And we're back at it. Mayhem's looking okay, though. He's just got to tuck that chin.
He landed a right hand again there. Mayhem's in this fight.
Ooh, that was a very straight right hand. Just barely misses over top of the head of JR.
Beautiful job going low and high, though, by Cochran.
Hey, Miller's bringing out some better head movement this round.
He is.
Cochran clipped him behind the ear there, though.
Mayhem needs to keep the pace high, in my opinion. I think Cochran's fatigue is his #1 vector to victory here.
And even if Mayhem just feints the punches like he is, he doesn't need to throw them hard. JR is already kind of on that back pedal once he gets to throwing. So just pop some easy ones off and then amp up the power as you go.
Good exchange there from both gentlemen.
I'm actually impressed with JR's cardio, though. Like the pace he's putting on as a heavyweight and the power he's throwing. I mean, he's putting 100% into everything he's throwing. And he's still throwing hard shots deep into the second.
Now, I would say this is Mayhem's best round. I feel like he's kind of found that bite on your mouthpiece and just throwing. Shots landing from JR.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The ref has seen enough, and JR Cochran walks away with the second round TKO.
Fantastic job.
I'm sorry, third round TKO. My apologies. Man, what a fight. Nasty work.
JR Cochran is a dangerous man, whether you're fighting him in MMA, whether you're boxing him, whether you're playing football with him. I'm sure he's a competitor. The guy is going to come in to win. And this crowd went wild, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they came here to see, and their man delivered. Excellent work.
And a great fight turned in from Miller as well. And as I kind of mentioned this earlier, but honestly, I think Tevin Bonner's style of picking Mayhem Miller apart with clean, crisp, and more defense, because JR took more hard shots from Miller than Tevin did, but he was able to come out victorious. So,
honestly, if JR's going to keep boxing, that would be a very fun fight, Tevin Bonner versus
that would be an
JR
interesting
Cochran.
fight. Is Tevin also in that 200-pound weight class?
I thought Tevin was a little bit lower than that.
I did too, but then I saw how big Miller was. Yeah. Miller's the same size as Cochran. I thought Miller might be undersized a bit at this weight class, but he doesn't look it.
That would definitely be an interesting clash of styles. And maybe, never down the road, that's something we might see. But right now, the night belongs to J.R. Cochran. He keeps getting better and better, folks, and he's very young. I know he looks 34 years old, but he's just out of high school.
Yeah, I believe he's 19.
19 years old. That's 19. Absolutely.
And we see the respect between these two.
This bout has been called to a stop. 1 minute, 20 seconds, round 3. Your winner, J.R. Cochran.
J.R. Cochran, you're on the fucking top of the world, man. How do you feel?
Man, I feel great, man. I feel so great. Of course, I got the win, but I even feel better seeing all the support I have. That's the most important thing to me.
Less than a year ago, you made your debut. Now you're the main event. How does that make you feel, my brother?
It makes me almost feel, I usually would say this is soft, but it really makes me feel emotional just getting these opportunities, everything I worked so hard for. And it just all playing out like with the and I want to appreciate everyone who helps me every step of the way. That's what I'm most appreciated for.
Amazing, dude. What's next for you, man?
Okay. I don't know if it's before I say this, I want to say all respect to Andre and his team for taking the fight when many others wouldn't, and he's sitting there. First person I went all 3 rounds with, or almost. All respect to Andre. So after the fight, we're all good. That's my boy still. So, but to answer what's next, I don't know if it's announced yet, but announcing it right now. Can I say it?
We're announcing his next fight right now. You want to say it?
Yeah, I will. So before I say this, people's like, oh, he hit so hard. All respect to him. But I'm definitely not no bitch. Everybody knows that. So I'll be fighting Lucas Wright March 14th for the title.
Oh, yeah,
so I'll get another opportunity after that. And all respect to Lucas, but I'm coming for the win and I'm coming for the knockout. And yeah, pretty much that's the next step for me.
Absolutely, guys. J.R. Cochran, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's a tough fight.
The young
That's a really tough fight. I love JR, but Lucas Wright is a freaking animal. Did y'all watch his last fight?
I did.
That finish was crazy.
Yeah, that's a tough fight, but I mean he keeps having good performances. So.
Yeah, and I mean, amateurs, you want to fight.
Well, that's how you grow. That's what we talked about earlier. The guy is doing exactly what he needs to do to make it to the top level.
What a great night of fights, you guys.
Now, that was a spectacular
I don't know how
J.R. Cochran.
Guys,
he
next
said
up,
on Facebook that he's
14,
nearly 6 feet
Wayne,
tall.
West Virginia.
That's something I'd like to address here.
So am I.
Yeah, Colin and him are both 6 feet
What
tall.
does that make me?
Very nearly 6 feet tall. You're 8 feet tall.
We're going to do a poll on Facebook on whether you guys think J.R. Cochran is over 6 feet tall or close
or
to
nearly
it.
6 feet.
Nearly 6 feet tall.
6 feet tall.
I think he's 5'3".
Hey, the taller he is, the taller I am. So, thank you guys.
Pat,
Good work today.
pat him on the
Appreciate the
head.
good work from Bailey Manley. As
Good job,
always.
young man. Go get some candy.
Well,
he's not even old enough to like smoke cigarettes.
I mean,
You know, that used to be our catchphrase. We would end every show with, well, it's time to go smoke a cigarette. Keith made us stop saying that. He censored us.
yeah,
But
he
you
kinda
guys,
has.
I think we need to bring it back.
Keith doesn't believe in free speech.
Colin wants to go pop one of those Zens. That's what the world we're living in
No,
now.
I got the last one in for the night. For
Oh
sure.
no, he needs to leave.
Yeah.
Before we go, might as well tell you, if you get into some hot water, you feel like you're down for the count, you know what you need? You need a good lawyer like Joel Baker. That's what I would do. I'd call Joel Baker, and he'll get you back in the fight.
Shout out to all the sponsors. We also appreciate All Tech Environmental Construction Services.
If you got problems with your environment, you feel like things aren't right, you call All Tech. They'll come fix it for you.
Dutch Miller Auto Group and Momentum Pipeline, obviously, for sponsoring the corners, and Lorison Pools and Spas, as well as the Drip Beard Oil. I might try to buy some of that.
knows how to lay pipe like Momentum Pipeline.
I'm not
That's
sure.
the
I was curious. I wonder, is that like a natural gas pipeline company? Probably. I should look it up.
Way to just make us seem like we are not even doing our homework here.
Well, I didn't know what the sponsors were until like a few days ago.
We need to sit here for like 30 minutes, like the UFC.
It's an excavating contractor service. So yes,
and
it
we
is.
just sit
We're
here
moving
and
into the
watch.
post-fight show
So
now.
here's the problem. Here's the problem. I work in software engineering, and pipelines don't have anything to do with actual pipes with things running through them. Right? It's
All I know
data
about pipelines I learned from There Will Be Blood.
Oh my goodness. Well, on that note, I'm gonna head out. Y'all can stay for the post-fight show, but
There's an ocean of oil under our feet.
Eli would beat me to death if I made him wait to drive me home. We rode down together, and he was kind enough to wait while I finished commentary.
He's got a family. Unlike you, he has people who
I
care
have a
about
dog.
him. He has people
I have
waiting.
a dog waiting for me.
My dog loves me.
Did you leave your dog locked in the car again for 4 hours?
No, I only did that at Catletsburg, and
Somebody
she came in
needs
during
to call
intermission.
Animal control on Colin Caprini.
No,
he
she's-
left his dog out in the car the whole event one time.
She came in for the jiu-jitsu card at Catletsburg.
She's only allowed to watch jiu-jitsu. It's too violent.
Yeah. I
It
don't
could
expose her to that
traumatize her.
level of violence.
So, folks, we did it. We're done.
Appreciate everybody watching. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
thanks for the watch. Thanks for the comments.
Yeah, we actually.
missed
I
you.
like having the live. I like having the chat on board. So
New
keep
Line
critiquing me.
Cagefighting. It's been a big part of my life for a while, and I missed it. Work kept me away. Missed you, Colin.
You gotta get your priorities in order, Elijah.
That's
Work
the
is
truth.
below commentating cage fighting.
I should just quit and try to live on my my cage fighting pay. It's my passion.
Tell the old lady to get to work.
Yeah, make her support us.
Yeah, she should support us
That's a
both,
good
and my,
idea.
and my dog, and then we'd be able to just focus on our craft here.
We should just build a fighter house and start our own team.
I've thought about that.
You don't have anything else going for you.
I don't actually. I think it's a fair point.
Well, that's been it, ladies and gentlemen. You know, like I say, if you get in any trouble, call Joel Baker.
See you guys.
He will fight for you. He'll fight for Colin. Colin got into some hot water recently. You know, he got arrested for spying on people.
Oh, we got some good grappling going on in the cage now. I'm not
He
sure
was
who
a
that is.
peeping Tom, but he was only doing it at jiu-jitsu gyms to try to steal technique. And they arrested him.
Look, there's an arm and guillotine happening in the cage, Elijah. Is that going to get finished?
No, he's not doing it right.
The other guy's not really defending it particularly well either. I don't know who either of those are.
He's who are these guys? Get them out of here.
We got some blue jeans versus sweatpants grappling going on in the cage.
And he tapped.
He got him.
And he celebrated like he just won the UFC title.
He just punched his ticket to
Oh my
ADCC,
God.
ladies and gentlemen.
It's my son. Hello. Well, they took him off camera. They were like, no babies allowed. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. We love you.